What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Taylor Lewan, and this is Bussin With The Boys. Before we start the episode, please do me a favor, subscribe, unsubscribe, then resubscribe. That helps us a whole bunch. Today, we get into what we did over the weekends. Willie C., he goes to NYC. I had my wife's birthday. Mitchie also celebrated a birthday. Then all of a sudden, things get a little murky. All right? Questions start elevating. Is Taylor Lewan an elite athlete after Joe Burrow's pitch? Are football players really elite athletes? We put the rumors to rest. I'm going to give you a spoiler alert right now. I am an absolute elite athlete. There's no doubt about it. George Kittle, our wonderful guest today. He's been on the bus multiple times. He is the people's tight end. They have tight end U this week. We will be doing a live show. The vibes are immaculate. We hang out. He signed a new contract, $157 million if you'd be able to play it all the way through in total earnings. We talk about conspiracy theories. We also have new merch. You see this bucket hat sitting on top of my head? BWTB.com. You can get this bad boy right now. And I also will show you this wonderful hat. My water fell, but I'm going to keep on going. Enjoy this episode. This is 334. Big hugs, tiny kisses. I love you so much.
All right, we're good.
Be like, bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Welcome to Bussin' With The Boys. We are on episode 334. If you are about the vibes and you are about the boys, then please stick around. Make sure you're subscribed to all of our channels. Bussin' With The Boys is presented by the one and only, the FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook, and this Saturday, there are two huge combat events going down. You got Jake Paul fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in UFC 317 with Topuria?
Yeah, second one.
Topuria versus Oliveira. Whether you're all about the action in the ring or you're locked in on the fighters inside the cage, FanDuel is giving you the chance to boost your bet on any combat fight this Saturday. Boxing, MMA, you name it, they got it with a 50% profit boost that you can crank up the payout on any bet on any fight. You're watching, whether it's a first round knockout or a multi-round war. Just open the FanDuel app, scroll to your fight of choice, make your picks, apply the boost, place your bet, and that is it. It's fight night this Saturday. Bet it bigger with FanDuel.
Big week. Big week for Bussin' With The Boys. We got tight end U, George Kittle, Travis Kelce, and
Brock Purdy.
No.
For Bussin' With The Boys.
I'm talking about tight end U.
Greg Olsen.
Let's give them a round of applause. Seems like every single year, tight end U just keeps doing this and this and this and this. It's bigger and bigger. We got a bunch of episodes today, or episodes. And then tomorrow, we're going to tight end U.
Yes.
Going to be a part of all the festivities, everything. Watch those hungover boys hit a couple of routes, do that thing. Maybe jump in a couple of things ourselves. Then a live show.
You guys
tomorrow
listen
night.
tonight. If you're going to the Bud Light live show, the concert that Tight End U is throwing, the boys will be dabbling in some hosting,
MCing, as they say.
giving out some awards, just having some good old clean fun.
Good vibes.
Great vibes.
That is what it is all about. Then after that chunk of the week, yours truly, we're headed off to Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going back to war. Tunnel of Chaos.
Who you going with?
So Jack McPherson is out of town. He is in Greece. That's why our boy Matty over here with his middle part, Sean from Boy Meets World, is sitting there. And not Jack McPherson, is because he is in Greece celebrating one of his friends going on holy matrimony. I am taking Jared Beeman with me. To International Fight Week. And I cannot wait to spend 72 hours with this kid alone.
Can I make a prediction? Just to possibly cause some internal chaos?
I'd rather you didn't, but
Yes, absolutely.
let's keep some vibes up, right?
The vibes are up. I
Yeah.
think the vibes are so high that my prediction, because I was feeling out Demon. I'm like, hey buddy, you ready for Vegas this weekend? And he's so stoked. And I'm
He's
like, bro,
fired up.
you're gonna have the time of your life. He says he's been watching videos of Inside the Red Rock. He's obviously seen all the UFC stuff, like when we are ringside. But he's gonna have an incredible weekend. My prediction is that Demon's gonna have so much fun. He's gonna be on it so much, and you're going to enjoy Demon so much that I think he he unseats Jack.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. We're all tight.
Can
in
I?
this
No,
shop.
hold on. Don't say sorry for nothing. As I'm going to bed last night, I thought this demon cat might crush it so much that thought crossed my mind already. Ooh. That thought crossed my mind already. Like I was thinking to myself, I was thinking to myself, he ain't gonna
Jack's
listen.
your road dog.
He's my road dog. I love Jack. And Jack and Taylor in Vegas, like that is one of the best vibes.
Jack
you could
and Taylor
possibly
do
ask for.
Vegas.
Jack and Tay do Vegas. Yeah, that's my guy. But I was thinking, because I seen some of the stuff that Jared's done that has not been even talked about, that he's doing for Bussin With The Boys. It's its own little passion project. And I'm thinking if he puts an ounce of effort, of that type of effort into this vlog.
And it's not even if, it's when. He
I
puts in the
know,
effort.
because he's a dog looking for a bone.
Yeah.
And you just give him that bone, pat him on the ass a couple of times. He'll lay on his back and he'll love you for the rest of your
He's
life.
a career man.
Career man.
He's a career man.
He's a grinder.
He takes advantage of opportunities and he creates his own
I
opportunities.
did tell him when we were going to do this episode, this intro right now, I was like, hey, just make sure you know, like there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening like in real time. So you're gonna have to also pictures, videos, post, like you're gonna have to do a lot of those things like Jack would do during the thing. And you could tell that put a little, he didn't think about that part yet.
Yeah.
He's
He'll
awesome.
probably have to
I'll
get
send
a
it to Matt.
process in.
I'll probably send it to Matt and he can post it.
Right. He'll probably just shoot it around.
Yeah. And they tried to talk to me. I was like, hey, I'd love to, but I'm about to go do the episode of Bussin With The Boys.
Yeah.
And so he's probably just over there in a little blender right now. He's over there just handling it. But yeah, it crossed my mind.
That's my prediction.
What about the horse you rode in on? Old Jackie Moon.
Love him.
What are the thoughts there? Would it be J-Rod would then join y'all's duo? Demon would join the duo?
See, the thing about that, there's overhead, right? There's a lot of things that come into when you're doing a business.
That's true.
And then there's extra flights. I mean, hotels don't cost anything.
There's
Food don't
extra
cost anything.
rooms to book.
Yeah, well, not in Vegas. That's free.
Oh.
So really it's just the flight. So maybe. But then you're also leaving out Sweet JP, who is our vlog guy.
Yes.
Who's
And he-
honestly the biggest UFC fan.
The biggest UFC fan.
It is International Fight Week, and as a fight fan, you love International Fight Week. And when you brought me into the room to ask me about, hey, do you want to come on this trip? I'm thinking it's Fight Week. That would be awesome. I haven't been to Vegas in a while. And in the corner, Jared is standing there. And I know, and the same conversation we're having, we know Jared will crush it. We know he'll love the experience. And I'm looking at Taylor, but the whole time I just cannot stop seeing Jared in my peripheral. And I'm like, I think I need to let Jared go to this one for the experience.
My thought of bringing you in the room with that was you just got back from a wedding a long time. Like it's like there's nothing harder than having an incredible vacation and then going back to work.
Right.
And it's like, we kind of got to figure this whole thing out. I know you're not a huge fan of shooting the gambling stuff.
Right.
It's really like, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Jack loves it. I'm
It's
sure
just-
Jared will love it.
The actual act gets boring for me.
Yeah. When you're sitting there, I'm sure the viewer loves it.
Right.
But if you have no skin in the game and you have a camera and you're like, all right, well, hopefully he wins so we can go to bed. Like that's kind of, that can't be fun.
Right.
So
It's
like,
damn, he's down, and you're like, oh shit, he's down. But you're more so thinking like, fuck,
I ain't going to
A
sleep.
long ass night.
Yeah, I told Jared too. There's gonna be long nights, but that was kind of the reason why I was like, "Hey, JP, if you wanna bow out at this, you're more than welcome to." Because I knew if it was just a, "Hey, we're popping Saturday, leave Sunday,"
I'm in there.
you're
I'm
in that thing. You're in that thing.
If we could go around back of the bus, Matt, you're included. What would be the odds you place on Jack remaining the road dog?
Oh no.
And
Oh,
Jared
don't do
Demon?
that.
Oh no.
Don't do
Will
that.
is out for chaos.
He's out for he's lacking a little bit of sleep right now. He's
honestly,
like, let me just see this world burn a little bit.
Yeah. I thought Taylor would probably like just fight and stand on the table a little bit more for Jack, and I'm sure he does. He's just talking about the optimism of that is Jared Demon,
Ultimate optimist.
but just to create a little bit more chaos.
I'll say this. I think Jack is more built for the long nights over a period of time than Jared. Jared will crush it, but I don't know if Jared can go 3 a.m., 4 a.m. one night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. the next night. So I think I'm going to lean Jack he's the favorite in my book.
Yeah.
So you got Jack.
I think Jack's
minus
still a heavy
200?
favorite.
Yeah, probably like more like a minus like 150.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Close little head to head.
Right.
Yeah, Jack's the boss. He's a killer though. He seems like an all-night guy. Love Jared. He hired me, right? Love Jared, but I'm going to go Jack minus 250. Pretty easy.
Threw around that hired word pretty fast, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did get hired as the as the intern.
Oh, well,
As the intern.
He had to go through a hiring process.
True.
Yeah.
yeah, not
fair
fully
enough.
hired. 50%, you'd say? For
You got hired
internship?
as a summer intern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. You got that.
I think Demon's gonna love this trip so much so that maybe by the end of it, when you guys land back in Nashville on Sunday, he's gonna be like, "Hey Taylor, like we had a good time, right? Like I would love to go again if you want me to. Like I would like, and I know Jack sometimes he's tired and stuff on coming back from those Vegas trips, but like I think Jack might even be willing to pass the torch for a couple weekends, but then he's going to get that itch. Like I need to get back there.
See, I that last thing you said, I think there's a possibility that Jack loves Vegas just as much as I do.
Yeah.
I think he's about it. And Jack is one of those pack and play kind of people where you leave him alone for 15 minutes, he'll catch up on sleep. He has the ability to take these micro naps, playing, sitting in the back of a car for a 5-minute drive. Like he has that ability to recharge in an instant. I don't know if Jared has that capability, but if we're going to have these late nights, hopefully we don't, but most likely we have these late nights. There's two things that are going to happen. Jared's going to come back super excited, like you said, or he's going to be limping on his way back to Nashville.
Demon's the energy drink king.
True, but them things can only help you for so long.
Demon strikes me as the type is he won't let long nights affect him the next day if he's working.
Correct.
Yeah. He's a career man.
Yeah.
He's a career man. While we're on the UFC talk, I know people are probably loving the fact that there's an eternal struggle going on. Let's talk about this
You
fight
gotta
real
feed the
quick.
tier ones, man.
Yeah,
They know what's going on.
Because this Topuria Oliveira fight is going to be juicy.
Yeah.
Oliveira, most submissions in UFC history. Well, obviously his last fight was against our boy, Senor Chandler, and he did really well till that last round.
Yeah.
Topuria, though, this guy's talking about he wants 3 belts. He wants to be looked at as the GOAT. Now, John Jones is now retired. He's the GOAT of all GOATs in the UFC world, but he's a little vacancy there. He said, let me make this legacy so I can get it going. Where are we sitting? Because I got myself a text. Actually, I got myself a text from our guy, Zaid, on Saturday at like 2 p.m. He said, put it in now, massive bet, Topuria, knockout.
I like me a little risk.
Yeah. You like that risk a little bit more if there was about 8 more legs to that.
I did win my last parlay.
You did?
Yeah.
So you're kind of on fire right now, huh?
You can't call it a streak until you get what? At least 3?
2's a streak. I'll give 2
but
a streak.
People won't consider it a streak until it goes 3. But we're chasing back-to-back parlay wins this weekend.
Okay. All right. JP, where you sitting?
Man, it's so I'm sitting with Oliveira. I'm thinking this is the year of the legends because we got so many people retiring this year. I think Dustin Poirier will win his last fight. I think if this is his last fight, he'll win it in Nashville. And I think it all starts with Oliveira this weekend. I think he puts the young guy down, let him know like, hey, 145 is your place. But Topuria is dangerous. Not like I'll be surprised if he won. But I'm gonna go Oliveira just because he's a day one.
He's been in it for a while.
Yeah.
Does he put the gloves down or does he defend it once he wins it?
Oh, if he wins, he's staying.
Well, if he loses, you say he puts the gloves down then.
No, he'll probably still go just because his fighting style is a lot less violent than the others.
Yeah. He's all about that ground and pound.
Yeah.
All right. Willie? What do you say?
Listen, I love the message from Zaid. I'll have to check in with our boy, our teammate, Clay Matthews. I know he's big in the UFC. So I'll have to get some context for some of these fights before I put the parlay together. But I will be cooking.
You should get Clay there if you have extra ticket.
I have an extra ticket.
Taylor Lewan, Clay Matthews, Jared Demon.
Tanner Tignini.
Tignini? That front row will never be the same.
Never be the same again.
Demon.
Oh
God,
Gotta
damn.
get Demon on the cam.
Holy. Oliveira right now, straight up, is plus 340 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Plus 340. Yeah. Topuria is minus 500.
But it's the fight game. It's the fight game.
It's a fight game. Puncher's chance. Sherm, Mitch, you guys got predictions on this thing? No. Don't give a shit.
Probably not gonna watch it.
Okay.
I like Oliveira.
You like Oliveira?
Yeah,
All right.
I do.
All right. Plus 340 for sure.
Plus
Loves
340.
it. Also, the big fight going on. Jake Paul. who there's rumors he might be coming on the bus someday, fighting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Our thoughts on that?
No clue.
Okay, I'll
Pulling
take
for Jake
Jake Paul.
Paul. I love the chaos.
Love the chaos. There is not a family that does a better job of stirring the pot and having dollars come out. Yeah. I don't think there's a better duo in this world at this moment that can stir the pot the way they do and just have like an ATM machine rip out for the Paul brothers.
I did see that Jake Paul is no longer doing his podcast.
Impulsive.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, Jake Paul. That's Logan Paul. Logan Paul's impulsive.
Got you.
Jake Paul is BS with Jake Paul.
And he's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, he's stepping down from the podcast
What's
game.
going on?
He's
Just saw Bussin' With The Boys rising up the ranks. He's like, I just can't compete.
Yeah, he's just got too much going on. Says he's not like, he's just not into the whole interviewing style of everything and with everything he's got going on business-wise and probably chasing a championship in boxing.
Chasing a championship.
Yeah, priority-wise, the podcast game is falling on
It's
his
fallen.
list.
It's fallen down a little bit. God, it'll be interesting to see. Boys live in Puerto Rico.
I think so.
I think
I'm sure they got a place there.
Yeah, I was
Tax
looking up
purposes.
once I found that out they were in Puerto Rico. I was looking up some taxes. I think you pay 4% in total in taxes when you live in
no
Puerto Rico.
shit.
Yeah. Then I started looking on Zillow. Some nice houses out there in Puerto Rico. Some nice houses for sale in Puerto Rico, boys.
What's the market looking like?
It's hot right now.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's a little up
It's up
there.
there.
Price per square footage sits around anywhere between $500 and $1,000 a square foot. It's nice. What we got here?
You're going
income tax.
4% income tax.
Chat GPT.
Shout out Chat GPT on that.
Laying
So
it down
something to
for
think about, boys. If we're looking to save a couple of shekels, maybe cruise on over to Puerto Rico sometime.
Yeah, there.
Right?
Spend over 6 months there.
Yeah. 180 whatever days. But yeah, dude, it's going to be an insane weekend. It'll be awesome.
We interrupt this episode because we are brought to you by Neutral Vodka Seltzer. Have you tried Neutral? If not, you are missing out. Neutral is so much better than any other seltzer that I've tried. It's made with real vodka and real juice. That's what makes it delicious. Neutral comes in a variety of flavors like watermelon, orange as a personal favorite of mine. They also have hitter new flavors, lime and strawberry. Neutral is the perfect drink to bring when hanging with friends because it is such a crowd pleaser. Whether you're at a bar watching the game, in the backyard with friends, at a tailgate, it doesn't matter. Neutral is there for you. Neutral, keep it tasty. Back to this episode.
Big weekend as well. Will Compton, he went to New York. Mitchie had a birthday, and also my beautiful bride of 9 years, Taylor Gallagher, she had a birthday as well. How was the birthday, Mitch? What'd we do?
We got a boat Saturday morning. Shout out Rowdy's Wild Rides.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
you got a discount for that shout out, didn't you?
No, I didn't. We should. We honestly should. I mean, we got the perfect squad for it, but no, it was a good time. We had an early boat, took off at like 9:45. Get out there, beat the heat. But yeah, we had a good squad come down. One of my buddies from New Orleans came up. You guys met him, Perilou. And then I made it up with Coop. Coop came on the boat with the boys.
It had to be huge for you too.
He had a great time. He mixed in well with the squad, and it was a lot of fun. Got back, chilled for a little bit, went to LA Jackson, then watched the College World Series at Neighbors. I was home by like 9:45, 10. Woke up yesterday feeling great.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Mature of you.
yeah, and I was bummed I didn't make it out a little bit longer, but I was a lot happier that I woke up Sunday feeling good.
Yeah, you went about it the right way.
Yes, for
No
sure.
more the day drinking route.
That's the best
Enjoyed
part
the
about day
boat.
drinking.
For sure.
Still
Day-
hit a spot at night. LA Jackson's a great rooftop bar.
A vibe.
The day drinking is, I think, just undefeated.
Yeah.
People need to stop going out at nighttime. It needs to be a 9 to 9 type of situation.
Yeah.
You almost need those. You almost need that young life in the nightlife until you learn. And as Mitch is maturing and growing, then you just start to make the transition and realize that, hey, this night game's behind me.
Yeah, I can get this in
Yeah.
while the sun's up.
Yeah. Still
Give
get
myself a full night's
yeah,
sleep.
Still get some good sleep.
No doubt about it. How was New York?
Up and down. I'm not a big New York guy. I think my personal opinion is I think New York is overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of great food. I think you can do anything you want. We had an awesome night one night where we had a little double date night where we got some good dinner with some great views, and then we went to like a speakeasy magic show, and you know your boy loves
Loves magic.
Love magic.
Well, how was the magic?
It was great.
Good.
It was great. Mostly card tricks, but I will say, like, I was walking away trying to figure out, like, how they did that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's some guy just creating pigeons out of nowhere. Doves.
Live
white
ones.
doves.
Live
Yes,
ones.
dude. Yes. He'd make, like, a paper airplane, and then he'd fucking do something. This dude's, like, pulling 8 different doves out of his suit. I have no fucking clue.
Gotta be.
But he's getting,
something
like, a-
at the restaurant, right? Food and doves flying around.
Yeah. It
probably a
was
violation.
insane, bro. It was insane. And then the card tricks were all time. The guys, each different magician, they have about 10 minutes, and then somebody new comes to your table. But each magician did a great job with their charisma, working the table, keeping your eyes, for their sleight of hand movement. It was a great little magic show. It was in in the back of this dry cleaning business, to where it was, it's closed. You're like Bullpen is this bar next door. Guy brings you over. He's like,
Bullpen.
he goes like, "Hey, go next door. It's closed, but just let them know that George sent you." And so you walk over, you walk in. It's this closed little dry cleaner spot, clothes everywhere, and you just let him know, like, "Hey, George sent us." So he lets us behind the desk, behind the counter. We walk through all these clothes. There's this little secret door in the back. You open the door, and it's this just wide open space, event space, with like a little stage and everything else. They did a good
awesome.
job. It was fun. But New York, I mean, I gave you a breakdown.
Do you want me to read I have your breakdown pulled up. Would you like me to read it?
You can read it.
Okay. This is 4:13 p.m. yesterday. I texted Will, "How was NYC?" Dirty. Smelly. 2 separate texts. Me, 2 cry laughy face emojis. And then I said, "Lost a step." And then he said, "Tasty. Fun." I go, "Oh, 2 H's." Rounded it out with lots of gays. And I respond, "Oh, 1 H." What a ride you just took me on. That's it. That's Will's breakdown of New York.
Shout out Pride Month too.
Dude,
Shout out Pride Month. Shout out Pride
Every
Month.
corner you turn, there's these posters that says like "weed made me gay." Every poster, and there's just trash
Can you do
everywhere,
that?
dude. Like it's
Can we do that?
Yeah, let's try it.
Why not? Only one way to find out. You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason I stopped smoking, and once I saw that,
Weed?
Hello?
Is that the weed?
That's the weed. I'll go get it.
Hey,
What the hell is going on?
we're
here?
sending someone over there.
Some lady. So those of you, I'm whispering right now because there's a lady that just came in our shop. What's going on here? She laughed. I don't know. Who
he
walks
said,
in?
"Oh yes," so it seems like it's all good.
Who walks into a dark room
I don't know. She's yelling, "Excuse me."
screaming?
Reminds me of a New Yorker.
Right?
But
Dude,
yeah,
when you
dude,
sent when you sent me those texts, I was dying.
You're walking around and there's just like trash everywhere. And I just think in my mind, I don't know how people live here. I can see how people visit there because you can get into whatever you want to get into. Great food, great coffee shops, great bagels, all the stuff that you enjoy in New York. But living there, just, I don't understand that mindset.
I think it's a lot of the things you just said is the reason, right? Convenience. Like you live on your block and you have everything you want. You probably have every different kind of food. You have your coffee shop you go to. Everything's walking distance. It's an active lifestyle.
Yeah, but it's so fucking expensive.
No
bro.
doubt, bro.
The hotel we were staying in, like a solid brand of a hotel, the Hoxton, but the room that we were in was like this little 400 square foot room, and it was essentially like enough room for the bed and
Yeah.
the bathroom.
And I'm sure it was really expensive.
Yeah, I don't even know. What we
Also,
did on it.
shout out Will's bags. He doesn't even know how much the room costs. Let's give him a round of applause. Shout out Will, not looking at the receipts anymore. There
I made
was
the
one-
comment. I'm like, why didn't we get 2 of these?
Oh, did
Just
you?
because they're so small, bro. It's like anytime we're having downtime with the fam, we're all 4 on the bed.
Yeah.
Can't really get nap times in.
No,
You know,
nap
Rue's
times.
3, Scotty's 7 months. You're trying to like stay on routines and stuff, but it kind of goes out the window a little bit when you're all crammed inside of a room.
Which is
And
all
there's
right
no
for a
closet
day.
space. No closet space.
Mhm.
We have all these bags. You know, when you're traveling with the kids, like each kid has their own little bag. Because again, 7-month Scotty, she needs a lot more than, Rue has such a different bag than she does. You got to bring all the stuff. You got our massive bag. I'm packed light, live heavy. So I just got my duffel bag coming from Chicago going 2-0 with the dozen trivia. Shout out to Booze Ponies. And the big suitcase, it's just like laid out in the bathroom. You know what I mean? There's just not a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds you of like being in Europe where everything's just a lot smaller and more crammed. And there's just so many fucking people, dude. There's one thing I don't do, and it's people. A lot of people in one space.
A lot of people just being around you at one time. It was too much.
It's like
Will Compton needs a space.
Yeah, need my space.
I'll tell you what,
my space.
I wish one of the things I wish most in life is that I knew you longer. Like not just in 2018. I wish I knew you in 2010, right? I wish we've had like this long, like teenage amount of years together. But if we were roommates in college,
we wouldn't have been.
We wouldn't have made it.
We wouldn't have been.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's one of those things where you go to college, you get paired up with somebody you don't really know, but it's another football player. We get paired together because like, all right, they're both white guys.
Yeah, but
Come from a
if
small
that
town,
would
we'll
have
put 'em
happened, we
together.
would have had about 6 months in the summer dorms.
Yeah.
In that moment, I would have learned about you, and I would have known like, okay, I got to make a pivot.
Or
Because I don't think I had the same roommates after every. Well,
we'll have to make a change every semester.
yeah, essentially, I made a change each year.
Right.
Yeah.
And just thinking this next relationship will be better than the last.
Yeah, Timo was the longest standing one. Shout out my boy Timo. But
Shout
we
out
had
Timo. I've heard a lot of good stories
Yeah,
about
we
you,
had
Timo.
we had a little townhouse together in Zoe Whaley. I enjoyed living with Zoe Whaley.
Okay. So there are some in the fold. There is a couple of that you like, couple of gems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't still think I would've been one of
I
those
even did
gems?
a year with my brother, with Cody.
That had to be
Then
different.
after that year, it's like we got to figure something else out.
Right.
Yeah.
How does that conversation take place between you and Cody? He's probably fired up about the next year. He's ready to re-sign the lease. You let it go drag on a little longer.
I think we
a little
both
longer.
knew what time it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Are you
we
sure?
both knew what time it was.
You sure he knew what time it was?
I think so. Maybe not.
Probably not. Probably not. Knowing you,
Yeah.
right? You just get to a point. You're like, hey, by the way, I'm going to move somewhere else. You're like, oh, all right. That's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, big weekends. Taylor had a birthday.
Shout out Taylor.
Shout out Taylor, 32 years old. Looks 25. Looks 25. Big. It was a big weekend for her. Saturday, which was her birthday, June 21st, she decided to do the launch party, which is summer solstice. Her launch party for her business, Nature Add Nurture. So we go to this little farm area, which is actually Delaney Ryder, Ernest and his wife. They just bought this property out in Fairview. Okay, beautiful. I think it's like 27 acres. They have like a couple of barns. They set up their own little farmer's market. Nature Add Nurture is right at the vocal point. And they have all these local people that are essentially displaying what Nature Add Nurture is all about. It's awesome. It is so fucking hot the entire time. And I'm dying. I dress up kind of nice. I have a pair of slacks on, a light Hawaiian shirt, and it's buttoned, but the buttons just keep going down and down. I'm starting to leak and leak and leak. Finally, I find out there's a room with some AC, so I get to break away every once in a while. My kids, I give them $20, and they're just having a great time because it's a small little area, so they're like feeling this level of independence. That's amazing. They're going up. They're grabbing themselves a little mocktail. They go over here. They get themselves a hat. 5 minutes later, they're back for another $20. All right, those kids housed me for about $200 the entire night, which was tough. But then they have this dinner. And you go down this little drive area on these Kawasaki's, which we got to get a plug for that. These little Kawasaki side-by-side things, unbelievable. Go down there and there's like 5 or 6 big tables, a beautiful little flowers and greenery stuff. Plates are set out. Jason Russell, best chef in Nashville, Tennessee, my chef, he was cooking the whole thing up. There is a geyser of some sort, like a natural water spring that is slowly spewing over into a creek. It's absolutely beautiful. The sun is setting. The water's cooler than the air, so there's a little steam coming off. I sit there back. I take a big step back. Imagine there's nobody there, and just wishing I would see a figure and hearing because it was the perfect scene for a Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees. The food was immaculate. The girls gave speeches. Their stage presence was incredible. Did a great job. So if you're out there and you're also subscribing to this podcast, go ahead and give Nature Add Nurture a follow as well. All right, they're just trying to make the world a better place.
How can people support?
Go to Nature Add Nurture and follow.
But I'm saying, like, are there ways?
So they got a little website that you can go, and anything you buy, I think it goes into the local community. All the people that make stuff, I think there's like a seed company that they do, which is really cool because there's one guy who started it, but they have like a bunch of people that have like special needs, and they have like their job is like put the seeds in the packages, and so they'll put it on their website. That website people will buy it, and then obviously local companies will make money. It's all about figuring out a way to slow down, which we do not. Bussin With The Boys does not slow down. We are actually just speeding up in a big way. But it's taking pause, just kind of zooming out a little bit and realizing all this hustle and bustle stuff. And maybe not for all of us. It's like the story of the fisherman. Have you heard the story of the fisherman?
Possibly.
All right. You want to sit down?
Enlighten me. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So there's this guy at an island. And he fishes every single day. He catches fish, goes and sells them at a market, goes home, feeds his family with the same fish. And this guy he's great at fishing. Some guy comes and approaches him, businessman in a suit, says, hey man, if you want, you can add more boats to this and then slowly become like a massive thing. And like you could have a huge company. And the guy's like, then what? And he's like, then you make way more money. And he's like, then what do I do? And he's like, then you can have a bigger house. And he's like, then what? And he keeps going, then what, then what? And then he eventually gets to, then you can retire and live on a small island and just hang out and fish for yourself. Essentially being like, if you work really hard, you can do the same thing you're doing right now. And this guy just chooses, you know what, man? I enjoy the life I have. Why make it harder than it has to be? This is exactly where I need to be. So it's not taking that next step. It's the ability to say no.
The story of the Mexican fisherman.
The story of the don't know why it has to be Mexican, but yeah, the story of the Mexican fisherman.
Because that's the historically accurate, that's the story.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
He's putting us
My
on
fault.
game.
Yeah, come on.
But you were where? You know the story?
Oh yeah, I know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I read that story, I was at a Jimmy John's. And it was one of those signs. And I read it
Yeah.
and I was like, this shit is fucking, this is
Then you see
legit.
the sign next to it, dance like nobody's watching.
Yeah,
Sing like nobody's
no doubt.
listening.
Dance in the rain.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Talon, I mean, to do that on her birthday, good for her.
We got to stop forcing pants in the summer. Long pants.
Dude,
I
I was
hate it.
I was wearing these like Wrangler like light little things that were kind of like a little higher. With some loafers on there that could breathe, so I didn't have to wear socks with them. And I was like, this should be good.
Right.
And I walked outside, dude, and I was just dying.
I'm like,
But I wanted to dress up because I knew she was dressed up. I got the kids dressed up in dresses.
right. You got 3 other months to dress up though. Like
Right.
summer, you should just be able to wear shorts to wherever you're going. Dinner, a bar, party, whatever it is. Let me wear shorts.
Yeah.
It's 95 degrees.
Yeah.
Make sure it's great again.
Make shorts great again.
No doubt. And
Speaking of
making things great, I'd like to go just rewind back to your story. You're at the Magic.
I thought you were going to go to Iran.
that's what I thought.
Oh, really? Do you guys want to break that down?
No, it was more of like, I'm just like, I'm joshing around.
Oh, you're just having a good time?
Yeah.
Having fun with it? I get it.
I tell you what, sitting on the tarmac for 2.5 hours.
You learned a lot.
Yeah, you're sitting there. It's like I would have rather been on the B-2 stealth bomber dropping that 30,000 pounder than sitting on a tarmac with two little kids. I'm talking. We were in one of those situations where we were supposed to take off at 12. We board the plane, Southwest. Shout out Southwest. No free shots. However, Southwest, it was a little pain in my ass
Uh-oh.
because we're sitting on the tarmac for over 2 hours, bro, and we're not really getting any answers. And it's me, Char. We got Scotty and Rue and stuff, and you know how it gets, bro. Like
I was just gonna say I know exactly how it gets.
yeah, like you're fucking in hell, dude. They were like, I feel like as good as they could be in that kind of situation. They weren't like it was never like really downhill. It was more just we're tired from the weekend. We're so excited to get back to Nashville and get in some space, get in a house with some space.
Yeah.
Um,
Stretch your arms
but
a little
that
bit.
fucking sucked, dude.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, were you?
Because
Were
wanting
you
to
guys
shoot-
away from the gate?
Yeah, we were sitting on the runway.
Oh, that sucks. Because at that point, if you're gonna do 2 hours, you might as well deplane
Yeah, we
and
couldn't
sit there
deplane,
and wait a
couldn't get
little bit,
off.
let the kids run around.
Kind of gave us like an update, but not a real update. They're not giving you like an estimate of when it's all going to happen. The
Right.
maintenance is on its way. We thought maintenance was already there. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Wi-Fi's probably not working great.
Yeah, I'm texting the boys because we wanted to. It was like take off at 2, land, or take off at 12, land at 2. We were looking at shooting for the dads at like 4 p.m. when I landed on Sunday yesterday. And since we didn't get back, we had to push it. And we came in and shot for the dads at like 9:30 at night.
Oh,
We were here till about midnight.
just brutal.
Yeah.
all because of lack of transparency by the airline.
Yeah.
Right. Just speak up.
Which is
Like,
what
which I
really
hate
bothers
because I
me.
love Southwest.
Like, we
Love
got a lot of
Southwest.
protests going on in the world right now. We might need to start one with the airlines
Yeah.
What's your stance?
that just tell us the truth
Yeah.
when we're being delayed.
Yeah.
Buddy, I was when I got done in Chicago, I flew out, when was it? Thursday morning. I was supposed to be on the 8 a.m. flight and land in New York or land in LaGuardia like around 11:30. I show up at the gate. All of a sudden, my ticket now says 11 a.m. They put me on a different flight because United overbooked.
Didn't even ask.
Didn't even ask. And I go up there,
That
they're
shit
like,
is crazy.
I don't see you on the computer like you're on the 11 a.m. And I'm like, I pull up where I bought the 8 a.m. flight, and they're like, oh, we're overbooked. And I was like, well, if there's a seat, and they're like, we got a long standby list.
So you had to wait till 11.
Yeah, I had to wait till 11. I'm in the airport. The flight was at 8 a.m. I'm in the airport at like 6:45 is when I got there.
Yeah.
So I'm kicking it. I'm eating breakfast. I am binging Mobland. I am done with Mobland. I got done with Mobland in like 3 days. Mobland is fucking awesome.
That was a text I received this weekend. Was like, you need to watch Mobland.
Yes.
It's like that.
Yes, bro. We were at UFC 316 and Dana was telling us about Mobland and telling us that we have to watch it. We have to watch it. Guy Ritchie, awesome writer, director, and producer. And bro, buddy Tom Hardy crushes it. It is a fucking awesome gangster style show.
Gotta see
It is awesome. I cannot wait for season 2. Literally binged it. Got
How
it done.
quickly
There's
does it
10
pick up?
episodes. Quick.
Oh, it's in a
Out of the
hurry.
gate. Dana was telling us on episode 1, he's like, they get into it quick. And it jumps off fast. And
Might
it
have
is
to put that on.
it's about it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
That show is awesome. Shout out Dana White for the rec.
1, shout out Dana White. Good friend to the show. 2, that show sounds sick. 3, airlines, I just needed to say this. They can't keep getting away with this. It's ridiculous. I'm pissed. If you look at the small writing whenever you purchase a ticket, it's like, when you purchase a ticket, you are agreeing that we can pretty much burn this ticket, wipe it with our ass, and you get no flight, and you still have to pay this, unless you also pay this for insurance, and that's an extra $300, which is the cost of your ticket. And that pisses me off. I'm sorry.
That
I just had
insurance
to
doesn't
say it.
even cover shit, bro.
It doesn't. And it doesn't even cover
covers
anything.
what the not wiping your ass with the ticket.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
That's about it.
And so the whole sitting on a tarmac thing, that's a massive inconvenience. That sucks. It does happen though, right? Like people, they
Yeah.
fly and fly out. If you look at a map of all the planes going on at one time, I can see where they get a little traffic jam, a little log jam every once in a while.
Mhm.
But the idea of waking up for a flight, an 8 a.m. flight,
Yeah.
and going to the counter and being like 11 a.m., what are you talking about? And they just moved your flight because they decided to. That shit's got to stop. That has
Because
got
they
to be.
overbook.
That's crazy to me.
And they like
Oh,
say,
And I
Overbooking
even
is
remember
wild.
seeing the option. You know when they send you the option, like, hey, we're looking for people to take a later flight, and you hit decline. It's like that happens so often. It's like, how in the fuck do they get this wrong?
And
And
the
you're right.
fuck-
They got to stop getting away with it.
Who is accepting that? Who has all the time in the world to go and be like, you know what? I'll take a flight tomorrow.
well, we have to accept it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do that quite a bit.
We do that?
Yeah, think about it. If we're somewhere and we're like, hey, if this is gonna get done sooner, we can probably catch an earlier flight.
No, I'm saying if you're at the gate and they sit there and they're like, hey, we're looking for people to volunteer to move to a later flight or tomorrow flight.
Oh, got you.
That's like, I've never seen somebody walk up and be like, yeah, I love that $1,000 voucher or $500 voucher, whatever it is. I've never seen somebody do that.
What was the crazy situation that happened to Talon and your kids that they had to like fly clear across the
dude,
country?
they were in just north of Toronto at this spot that Grandpa Wynn grew up at. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's not Turtle Bay, but it's something Bay. And they had to like drive like an hour and a half to Toronto, get to Toronto, and then it was so messed up that they're like, hey, the flights are canceled for like the next 2 days. So they had to go back to whatever the name is, Bay, and wait 2 days to go back. And it's like, well, how does this happen? How am I not learning about this until right now? And then I'm standing in front of you. I can't receive a text, a
Yeah.
call, an email.
In all this bitching, it reminds me of I think what is it? Louis C.K. has a bit on just planes, like flying. We bitch so much about flying, but it's like back in the day they had to take horses, and we're bitching about
Yeah.
the fact that like we're gonna go across the country, and it's gonna take 2 hours, and we're all just
Delay a day. It takes them 3 weeks.
yeah.
3 weeks, and they might starve to death on the way there. Like, hey, likely 5 of your children might pass away during this. And we're like, God damn, dude.
Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
like
Take
planes.
those odds every single time.
Yeah, planes are a pretty big breakthrough. We have this fucking metal
Tube.
Yeah, this metal tube that just goes across the country in minutes or hours at a time. And we're bitching about having to sit on the. Yeah, we just want transparency is all.
Like with this much technology advancing, we can also get over the intercom and be like, hey, just so you guys know, shit's a little fucked up out here. Yeah. I know you don't know because you're sitting in the tube, but I can see outside the tube and I'm letting you know the tube's going to be a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
Talk it out.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communicado.
It's key, dude. It's key. What else we got? What else? Oh, one thing I was going to say, this is very small. Yeah. When you're at the Magic Show and you said pigeons and you went to doves, JP, I'd love some backup on this, but I feel like pigeons are a very underrated bird. I feel like pigeons are a big time underrated
Just
bird.
got to get this one off my chest.
I got to get it off my
pigeons
chest.
are
I feel like
underrated.
pigeons.
I don't even know. I don't even.
It's an overlooked. It's an overlooked bird
because of the history of them.
Yeah,
they used to be one of the most valuable. I guess valuable animals in the world.
Right. What'd you do before text messages?
Right.
Pigeons.
Get your pigeon.
Yeah.
And
couldn't
now
just send a raven. Couldn't afford a raven. You got to get the pigeon.
And apparently that's why they love being in the city because they're still around people.
Yeah. They are the opposite of Will Compton. They like to be around people. And also, people say they're gross birds. They're kind of pretty. Like, you got a couple that are dragging some ass in the feather category, but there's a few
Every
of them
group's
boys.
got some.
Every few's got, yeah.
They're pretty, but they also look like they might be coated in gas. It has like that gasoline
like an
type
oil
sparkle
spill.
on them. Yeah.
They all kind of like got in some oil for a
Right.
little bit,
Yeah,
which I think looks nice.
They're a
every
vibe.
group's got a Jared Beeman.
No doubt. Jared, big part
The
of this
pigeons I've
podcast.
been seeing recently around here have not been caring about getting out of the road. One, I was driving and he just walked across, and I stopped, of course, but
They're getting a little too comfortable.
yeah, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, we did move on.
Respect and love pigeons. However, like, you need to understand
Right.
who the alpha is on the road.
It's the reason we're at the top of the food chain.
No doubt.
Like, they
No
forgot.
doubt. We're gonna up this episode to bring you Simply Safe. What are we trying to keep safe, boys? Our house, our car, everything. This
Our
shop.
office.
The
Our-
shop
our office.
we're trying to keep safe, and we use Simply Safe to keep this shop safe. Traditional security systems only take action after somebody has already broken in. That's too late. Simply Safe is setting a new standard in home security with Active Guard outdoor protection. Simply Safe's monitoring agents can help prevent break-ins before they even happen. AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents monitor your property and detect suspicious activity. If someone's lurking around or acting suspiciously, those agents see and talk to them in real time, activate spotlights, and even contact the police, helping to proactively deter threats before they can escalate to a crisis. You can get 50% off your new Simply Safe system with professional monitoring and your first month free at simplysafe.com/bussin. Again, that's simplysafe.com/bussin. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Let's get back to the episode. Top of the food chain, Nebraska, putting out some photos right now that are...
Oh, I thought you were showing my lock screen.
Are y'all still talking pigeons?
Not anymore. We're now talking about
Nebraska.
Matt Rhule with glasses on, leg up on a stereo with a bull behind him.
Buddy, that's going to be...
Not one shuck of corn. Not one.
That's because we're like the beef capital of the world.
I hope that works out, man.
Buddy,
I hope it does. I hope you guys have a
imagine.
10-win season. I do. Because that
Well,
shit's
we
not
will.
going to look good.
Shipping that beef to
That
Bryce
shit is
Underwood.
not going to look good if you guys start losing
Bulk up.
games.
You hear JP?
What do you say?
He says shipping that beef to Bryce Underwood.
He's a big boy.
Hey, Bo. Muscular. But yeah. Who's this?
That's
Hey,
baby
look at
Gronk.
that. Baby Gronk making another appearance at Nebraska.
Recommitted.
Recommitted. Still having unread text messages from him. Or not text, DM on Twitter. Another one.
Going to the Matt Rhule football camp. Look, he wants to be great.
He wants to be great.
He wants
But
to be
Matt's
great.
been on
That's the place
Matt's
you go
been on
to.
an interesting journey.
He's
Love
having
Matt
fun,
Rhule.
man. He's
Big
having
fan
fun.
of Matt Rhule. I know Matt watches the show. Matt, you know I love you. Been on an interesting journey.
He's having fun. You're bringing some recruiting.
Oh,
to
as
Nebraska.
long as fun gets you wins.
Yeah.
Like we're about the process. We need to be about the process,
We're
the
in the
grind, the
process.
grit, the shit,
You need a
the
Ji-
muck.
You need a Jim Harbaugh. Did you see his hide and seek story?
Yeah. Hiding
No,
8
what
hours.
is that?
Hiding 8 hours under a table.
Their families played in hide and seek, and Jim Harbaugh basically like suspended himself underneath the table with the chair, so like you couldn't see him if you were just to walk by and look under. And he was there for 8 hours.
No shit.
8 hours until he was found.
You know they ended that table. They're like, hey, we got tired. We gotta go eat some lunch.
Yeah.
Sat at that table, enjoyed themselves.
Yeah.
Matt Rhule, a friend of the show, but also doesn't follow Bus with the Boys.
Alpha move.
No, this is my Twitter.
Oh, sure.
That doesn't fall Sherman.
Sure,
Young.
you're zooming in on that and you're looking at me like, well, it's crazy.
Oh no, I was. I'm sorry. I do understand that. I was more so saying it's his profile picture now.
That's profile pic worthy.
Yeah, that photo does go hard.
It does.
The photo goes hard.
Yeah.
He's having fun. It's good.
He's having fun.
He's having fun.
Let's have fun in October.
Oh,
Yes.
We will be having fun.
Every day except for September 20th.
I'm trying to find the one where he was on the bull with Rhule.
Would love to see a picture of Matt Rhule sitting in the front, legs straddled over a bull, and Dylan Raiola riding right behind, holding his hips. Nothing would make me happier.
Am I
actually.
making that up? Wasn't there one where he's
Yeah,
on
yeah. There's one. They're hitting their little sign.
What's the sign?
This.
What is this?
I don't know what it means, but I assume it's a little inside.
Yeah. Football season's right around the corner, boys.
Yeah.
Football season, 76 days.
Future national champions.
76 days till finally football's back.
Yeah.
And I cannot
I know
fucking
it's going
wait.
to be an exciting year.
It'll be electric.
We're getting to do a lot of fun shit.
this is going to be a hell of a
If this
fall.
one partnership pans out.
If there's one partnership pans out. If
We
one
got-
partnership comes
Oh, I'm
to
saying
us.
we got one in the works.
Yeah. I think we're talking about the
Some
same
fun
one.
ideas.
Yeah, okay. That's what, I was just making sure. Because when I was like trying to add on to that, you're like, no, you got one though.
So the way you were saying one, I thought you were like, you're not including any others that we have. And I'm like, oh, they're all awesome.
They're all
But this
great.
one that we're working on with a fun idea
Mm,
would really set the tone.
set the fucking
Set
tone.
the fucking tone.
Who's going to set it? They're going to set it.
Yeah.
Because we got, our partners are outstanding right now.
Saucy.
We got a good one. That's a nice one. Rhule. What are the odds that the
imagine.
taxidermied bull? What are the odds it's not a real
Well,
bull?
that's a live bull right there.
Nothing like a man in shorts straddling a bull, dude. So that shit is hilarious to me. Look at Matt's face,
That's what
too.
I was thinking too.
He got
Germ.
some nice calves. He had some good ones. He got some Patty Chambers on him. But look at Rhule's face.
Inside joke with the bus.
Look at Rhule's face.
But yeah. You know, he's having a good time. I like seeing him have fun because I know the boys are putting in work right now.
You are? Is he sending you videos?
Yeah, I get videos.
Is that 12-0? Is that what that means? That hand sign?
We're not here to predict. We're not here to play hypotheticals.
Little 12-0?
There's a burning fire inside that's very excited about this year. There is. There's a burning fire.
You don't say. Hey guys, breaking news. Will Compton's excited about the football season for Nebraska. Holy shit.
But you know the stars are aligning a little bit different.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys are going to take another step. 7-5. We're fucking going to do it this year.
But I'm talking the
Capital One.
I'm talking the optimism you had before the one
Capital
the one
One.
win better. The Matt Rhule year 3 when he first got hired. Hey, year 1 might look like this, year 2 might look like that.
But year 3 looks like
But
this.
year 3 looks like this.
He made the Big 12 championship with Baylor in year 3.
Yeah. Who was his quarterback?
Nobody.
Boom. That's how you know it's good for Nebraska.
QB,
That's how you know it's good for Nebraska.
Come on.
But if we go 7-5, proud.
Yeah.
Proud.
Capital One.
Capital One.
I don't think 7 wins get you Capital One.
Got Michigan.
Capital Win's a prominent fucking bowl.
If you play your cards right.
Play your cards right.
If you go 7-5 as Michigan, you're
You're in the Capital One Bowl. You're in the Capital One. If you go 7-5 at Michigan, you beat Alabama in the bowl game.
Orange Bowl.
I don't know. What we played I think it was is Capital One still a bowl?
Yeah.
Like the tax layer ball.
I don't think that's a thing.
No, Tax Slayer. That's the old OG Gator Bowl. But there's like the ReliaQuest Bowl. That's what we played in.
Yes.
The ReliaQuest Bowl.
It ain't no lawnmower bowl.
Ain't no bad boy.
It ain't no bad boy mowing bowl, baby.
Tweet that said, "Why is everybody getting on to Matt Rhule for being a bad boy when he won the damn Bad Boy Mowers Bowl?"
yeah.
And everybody's getting on to him.
Getting on them. Let's give a quick round of applause to LSU for winning the College World Series. Big time, big time. Also, OKC winning the NBA championship. Good for them.
And that'll wrap up our NBA talk.
And there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed that. More news.
I can't believe old buddy tore his Achilles though.
That's crazy.
You
year
because
of
he had
Achilles.
he had a strained calf going into the game, and it was kind of like
Yeah.
writing on the wall.
What would y'all do? You're going to the
That's hard, bro, because it's game 7.
You play.
right?
You
yeah.
play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you play the game.
If
is to
in
make
your
you win a
mind you feel
championship.
like you can go, you have to. I mean, it's like that's why you play through injury.
Dude, there's 3 torn Achilles in the playoffs this year, I think.
Crazy.
And they're also calling this the least exciting NBA championship because of how the Thunder, just the vibe of their team and everything. There wasn't a ton of excitement even from the players after.
Yeah, they won
So
the
they've been getting
game. They're just like,
criticized.
hey, good job. Good game.
Yeah.
It was yeah, I mean, I didn't really follow it, but it
Yeah.
seemed like it was exciting from the standpoint of the Pacers being like, what were they, a 5 seed?
Yeah, they were a 5 seed. And I think the Thunder deserve more credit because they build through the draft every year and they don't do the whole like sign a bunch of superstars, create super teams.
Yeah.
Each and every year they put together a squad full of just fully developed players that they chose, and it's impressive, but they don't get the love.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of excitement because this is the first game 7 in a long time, right?
Since
Yeah.
Cavs Warriors.
Since Cavs
Yeah.
Warriors, first game 7. and everyone's getting all hyped. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I might have to watch this game.
Yeah.
But I was thinking to myself,
Yeah,
I could probably pop
same.
this on. And then I'm going to bed and I see that OKC wins the championship, and then they're walking off the court like nothing.
Yeah, I want to say I was seeing some things too that it was like kind of like scripted, already written, because OKC had like their championship buses lined up, a score got leaked.
That would
they
be
love
insane.
doing that though, just
They
like
love
with
it.
the NFL.
Yeah. It's always fun to talk about it being scripted.
Yeah.
This had to make you happy. This video of Joe Burrow.
It did. And I love Joe Burrow. We've met him. We saw him at UFC Miami
Great guy.
a year ago. Great guy. Incredible guy. But I think at this point, we can all give a little grace to people that throw pitches, right? Especially when it's not in your wheelhouse. Your boy grew up in a football locker room.
Yeah.
All right. Both of us. He spent hours and hours and hours, years of his life trying to perfect a pass. And now he puts a baseball in his hand and it's going about as well as mine went. Not only once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times he throws this pitch.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Joe Burrow. And when Joe Burrow watches this clip, he sees it, his boy showed it to him, hey, Taylor wants disrespect to you. I'm not. I'm telling you, I get it.
It's normal.
As another elite athlete as well, Joe.
I think that's where
This
the coin kind of has to stop, is the elite athlete. If you're seen as an elite athlete, you're expected to kind of do athletic things, and throwing a baseball would be one of those things.
Right. He's now just a good football player.
Yeah, he's now just hey, he can throw a ball really well. You became like, oh, that's right, he can just block people.
Taylor.
I'm just saying that's kind of, if I have to play,
First I got President Trump saying what he says to me, and I got my best friend saying the same thing.
if I can just play the other side of it,
Go ahead.
that is where it has to stop.
Like, I can't be an elite athlete because I messed up one pitch.
Kind of.
That is fucking crazy, Will. That is crazy.
I'm just
You've
saying
seen
we've had these arguments on the bus that, you know, we die on the hill for football players being the best athletes out of every sport. And these videos of you and Joe Burrow having throws like this, when you guys are seen as elite level athletes in our sport that we are trying to argue and debate for, when our best can't throw a fucking pitch, that's where it's like we have no foundation to stand on.
Baseball and hockey are very unique sports. It's like a unique skill set. It's a different, it's athletic ability. How many fat pitchers do you see? A lot. How many fat first basemen you see? A lot. So we want to talk about running and jumping and lifting and stopping a man from point A to point, taking a man from point A to point B against his will. Oh, oops. Are you showing a fun clip of me scoring a touchdown and burning these 11 yards, running away from this big boy right here? Yeah, that's what athletes do. And I've had to sit down for 2 weeks, whatever, let the haters play their little games. Oh, you can just block, which now I'm finding out where that narrative's coming from. He's
Where's
just
that
a
narrative
blocker.
coming from?
Right there. Right fucking there is
I'm
where
just
it's coming
saying
from.
that's what people will argue if we get in
People
this
will
debate.
argue that. However, we're talking about running, jumping, athleticism. You worked out with me.
You're pretty quick.
Was pretty quick. And White, grinding, athlete. And I let a pitch get away from me.
One time.
One time. And you guys have all played catch with me. Yeah, the wine's up a little shaky. Sorry, a little beat up. Sorry, a lot of tread's been run off these tires because your boy's been working his whole life. But you can throw. I bet you could hit too. And I bet I could play hockey better than you guys too at a later date. Not you, Matt, with your fucking middle part.
There was
First day he's talking like he's fucking like he's Sidney Crosby or something.
people are just worried if you weren't 6'7", like what would have happened?
If I was 6'6",
6'4".
I'd be a guard. And I would also be elite.
We just don't know. That's what Twitter
right.
saying in the reply.
I guess so.
You were good at football. I know that.
What are you? What are you saying?
Hey, as a
Mitch?
guard, you got to be more of a, you got to be like a big mauler.
Yeah.
Not as much of a finesse guy on the edge.
First off,
No, hold on.
watch the finesse talk, okay?
No one's saying you were a
Hold on,
bad.
I'm done with you for a second. Let's fucking go over here. Talk about finesse.
You said that.
You say that.
I
You're
can
like,
do
you're an
finessey
ath-
things.
you're-
That's
you're
how
an-
athletic I was.
You're an athletic tackle.
Yeah,
I'm a speed
athletic
guy.
movement, but
I
don't get it twisted.
I have
When
trouble
it came to the line
anchoring
of
in.
scrimmage, your boy was taking guys point A to point B against their will. That happened. Oh, Derrick Henry, 99-yard touchdown? That's weird. That was ran left. That is duo. That is a gap scheme play. There is no finesse in that game. That's taking a 3 technique, saying, fucking see you later, and then going to the mic and saying, how's your mother? And then letting Derrick Henry do the rest. Okay?
If I have
So
a problem,
Don't let Buda Baker fall up.
Yo, these guys with no film talking like that. Hey, listen, Buda Baker got his. That's no doubt. All right. We all know about the knee. We all know that was the end of me. That was the end. That was the beginning of the end. I was a shell of myself. But we can all focus on 21, or we can look at the full body of work. Okay. Let's look at the full body of work. This is 2016. This is 2016, Taylor, right here.
nobody.
Did I?
Nobody.
Sherm. Did I make a Pro Bowl that year?
Hold on. Let me chat GPT.
Nobody is debating that you were an elite left tackle in the NFL.
You're already being.
It's the elite athlete title that comes into play. So if we're taking in the full body of work, you have film doing other sports, your most recent one being that pitch, to where it's hard to say elite athlete.
Could it be argued that Will may be a better elite athlete because he threw a better pitch?
No.
I was just wondering. I'm
Will
not saying.
is a phenomenal athlete. What? Oh, is that ChatGPT?
Oh yeah.
What's that say, Will? Just read the blue.
Taylor is widely considered an elite athlete. However, ChatGPT is not updated. Ask ChatGPT.
Hold on.
Ask ChatGPT. Did you see Taylor Lewan's first pitch?
Yes, I'll cross-check the first pitch.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's a computer. How does it see that? It just sees ones and zeros. Listen, Will, this is not a Will, is Will a better athlete than Taylor thing. Will was a linebacker in the NFL. Yeah, undrafted. Yeah,
All-state
9
wide
years,
receiver,
but like
do not forget.
all-state wide receiver.
I was a two-way player.
Was a two-way player. How many touchdowns do you have in the NFL?
Oh, God, I can't. A lot of hits to the head. I can't
I
remember.
think it was one less than me.
Can't remember.
I think it was one less than
Got
me.
offered as a wide receiver and a fullback.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, what is this?
Well-rounded
Oh, oh.
They
athlete.
doubled
Oh.
down.
No-brainer.
We'll read that.
Spectacularly bad throw.
Nope, don't read the whole thing, Will.
Yes, Taylor
With
Lewan's
your fake
first
news
pitch.
media. Yes. Taylor Lewan's first pitch at
Oh,
the
do you want
Cardinals
me to
game
read
was
it?
I'll read it. I can already see what you're doing. And I'll start over too. Yes, Taylor Lewan's first pitch at the Cardinals game was a spectacularly bad throw, even for someone considered an elite athlete.
Considered past tense.
Yeah, because I'm not an elite athlete anymore, buddy. Like, this is me now. But if we're looking at just what I've done, come on, boys. Like, if this is me and Joe Burrow against the world, is that what we got to do? Is me and Joe got to band together to fight Bussin' With The Boys?
Not a bad guy to fight.
Not a bad guy to fight with.
Great duo.
Me and Joe and I,
Yeah.
a duo. He can have the first name come out. Joe and I.
Yeah,
Joe and Taylor fights the world.
Yeah.
And I got to see my best friend talking about,
Buddy,
you're just an athlete.
I'm with
You're
you, but
sorry,
I
you're
can't
a left
just
tackle.
I can't sit here idly by and not talk about what people are saying out there. To at least, hey, it is
That's
debatable.
the problem. With Will. That's why Will was never. He's always listening to noise. That's the issue right there. These other people are saying no, dog. These other people didn't run a 4.87 at 6'7", which is the fastest time by any offensive lineman over 6'6", which is a weird stat, by the way.
Still
But it's still a stat. That's such a weird stat. Yeah, I got 30 reps on the bench. Strong and fast. Whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah, when I was on my house hockey league team, I got a hat trick in the house cup and we won. Did you? No, you didn't, Will. You ran away. You played JV wrestling and you ran away and you got grounded. You got grounded because you didn't want to compete. That's what happened.
It's getting personal.
Your dad walked in and said, "You want a shot at the title?" And you said, "No, Pop. No, I don't want that, Daddy. Please, no." So, come on.
You're bleeding in the water right now.
No doubt. no doubt about it.
Because here's the biggest takeaway from that too, that you missed, but I am on your side and I want you to understand this. One bad moment doesn't erase elite athleticism.
Does not.
Does not.
Okay.
Does not.
So now you're back on my team.
We've gotten what we needed to out of this.
I think we've squeezed the juice out of this one.
Yeah.
But guys, do you guys know about Cash App?
You say you did 29 reps, not 30.
That's bullshit, dude. Because I listen. I did 30. They minus me
no, we're
one.
lying
I
about
did
our
30. They
stats.
minus me one. That is fucking crazy, and it is true. Cash App. Have you accidentally sent money to the wrong person and had no way of getting it reimbursed? Cash App has your back. If you're about to send money to a sketchy account, a scam warning pops up. I love using Cash App because it's fast, it's safe, and it just makes life way less stressful. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use your exclusive code to earn some additional cash for real. There's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code BUSSIN, BUSSIN, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Hey, that is funny, JP. Because, dude, at the combine, I do the thing. I get 30 reps, and I get done. And all I wanted to get was 30. I was like, dude, if I can get, that's like a great number. And I get my 30, and I pop up, and he goes, -1, hips off. I was thinking, this motherfucker, bro. My hips came off.
Yeah, the hips thing, that
That shit pisses me off. It's like, let me put my body into this a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we went back and watched it. Right. Exactly. If that was the case, I'd probably get like 35. But well, it's all good.
I know the viewers right now are watching us with these bucket hats on. We have some new hats that hit the store as you're watching this episode today. This hat you see here, this bucket hat you see on Taylor's head, bwtb.com. You can go support the boys. Go make yourself a little purchase. Have a little fun this summer.
Have a little fun.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to treat yourself a little bit.
They're built for sweat.
Yeah.
They're
Built for sweat. They got a little
yeah.
breathability in the back there. I
Yes.
love how deep it is too. I love when a hat sits up on you. Sits up right here. It has that good vertical,
Yeah,
that
nice
good
little
vertical
corner, that
drop.
nice little corner up
That's
top.
quality stuff. Well, I'll take it out of the package.
Good for big heads too.
Good for big heads.
Yep.
Coming from our big head in the back.
And also got a cute little bus on the side. You get this little bad
Yeah,
boy.
the
you get a
detail
fun
in it
little
is
tag
cool.
on there too.
You show them the inside of it?
The inside.
All the little
Wanna zoom in
busted
on that?
details.
What's it say?
It says Bussin' With The Boys is what it says. It says Bussin' With The Boys.
Our own
That's
little
fun.
gear, man.
We got our own line.
We got our own line.
And that's quality too. Feel that? Put your finger on that.
Oh,
That's texture.
that's nice.
That's texture. That's good.
BWTB.com.
Enjoy it. Live it. Love it. Laugh it.
Shall we dive into some George Kittle?
Let's dive into George Kittle. All-time pod.
Great
Dude-
vibes,
dude's
great
just a
pod.
Would have gone longer, but our boy had to make a flight.
Yeah,
Had to go make the Final Four in dozen. When is the Final Four?
this Thursday, Boston.
You have to go back. You have to go to Boston now?
Boston this Thursday.
My word.
Yeah, Final Four.
And the
Booze
anniversary?
Ponies are chasing a championship. Yes, my wedding anniversary is on Thursday as well. We're figuring it out though. We're gonna have a
Yeah.
great breakfast. I'm gonna
Right.
make our eggs and bacon.
Yeah. I'm going to make her eggs and bacon.
Yeah, let me whip something up for you.
Lift something
sweetheart.
up. Hey, I love you to death. I got to go.
Yeah, I gotta leave.
Yeah, I got to roll. Boston, fun city though.
Great city.
I feel like Boston is the pigeon of America. Like it's underrated.
Yeah.
You're right?
Yes.
The pigeon of America. That doesn't sound like a compliment.
Right. That's because pigeons are underrated. They're overlooked. But I was in Boston for a quick little deal, and it was beautiful. Little dock. Got myself some.
We went up there for the awards one time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got some water out there.
I got some water.
Some clam chowder.
But I went and ate some food on the dock. It was really nice. It was a little bit of a solo mission, but I do remember that as well. That was nice.
That's fun.
Shout out
Boston
Boston.
Tea Party went down there.
The Departed. The
Yeah.
Town.
Yeah. The town was in Boston? God, the
I
town
think I
is such
shot
a
it in
good
Boston,
movie.
right? Yeah. I just feel like anytime I see Ben Affleck.
Buddy, thinking about the
And
town
Matt
again,
Damon.
just
Boston,
another
Good
reminder sparking up from the town, but watch Mobland. Watch Mobland.
Watch Mobland, respect pigeons, offensive linemen are athletes too. Those are the 3 takeaways from this show.
Yeah.
And you're gonna love George Kittle.
And you're going to love George Kittle. But everyone already loves George Kittle.
Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Subscribe,
Leave comments.
please.
Have a great day.
Hey, fun intro.
Fun intro.
Fun intro.
Fun intro. Oh, I didn't think I went too far.
No.
Okay, good.
Listen, that
I was
JV
trying
tournament, I
was trying to
nobody
make it-
scored on me. Immediately elevated to varsity. Went on a state title run, qualified for state. Hadn't wrestled since 6th grade, but you know, it's like riding a bike.
What up, this episode to bring you Dude Wipes. Are you fumbling the ball when it comes to getting a confident clean back in your end zone? Make the right play, call an audible, and switch from dry toilet paper to wet, extra large Dude Wipes. Why? Simple, boys. Wetter just cleans better. Dude Wipes are wet and extra large, so they clear and never smear your rear. So when you got to go number 2, be sure to bring the number 1 product in clean, Dude Wipes, the goat of cleaning your keister, available on Amazon and at Walmart nationwide. Dude Wipes, best clean, pants down. Back to this episode.
What are we talking about today?
This one's really good.
Should we shotgun them on camera?
No.
200 milligrams just to the dome immediately. Our guest.
Are we live?
I guess we're live right now. Our guest, sorry. Bud Light is brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Bud Light is the official sponsor of the NFL, the NFL Draft, Tight End U.
He brought his shirt.
It's official beer of tight ends.
The UFC Shane Gillis in the 2025 Shane Gillis Tour. Bud Light partners include Peyton Manning, Will Compton,
Strong.
Taylor Lewan,
Super strong.
George Kittle,
The strongest.
Also strong.
Baker Mayfield, Emmett Smith, Shane Gillis, Post Malone, Dustin Poirier. Stock up now on Bud Light.
All
Head to
strong.
www.budlight.com/located to find a store near you. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Our guest, friend of the show for a very long time,
I am.
coming from the great state of Iowa, drafted in the 4th round?
5th.
In the 5th round by the San Francisco 49ers, just entered into his 3rd contract, making him the highest paid tight end in NFL history. Big round of applause for the one, the only, George Kittle.
Welcome back, George.
That was a hell of an intro.
Thanks, dude.
You've gotten really good at that.
Thank you, Bud Light.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Shout out Bud Light. Thank you,
Dude.
Bud Light. What's up,
$75
guys?
million.
No, buddy.
76.4.
No. Here's
Yeah, we'll tweet it out.
Go ahead.
the part you got to read.
Go ahead.
Potential career earnings at the end of this new deal.
Ooh, what is it?
Talk to me, nine figgies.
$153.9
Ooh.
million.
Ooh. That's decent.
Dude, after taxes in California, we'll be about like
It's
bringing like
20 million.
25, 30,
20
25,
million.
30.
Yeah, it's after taxes and property taxes and
That
rent.
is fucking crazy.
pretty sick.
One of my favorite things about you is that you're a guy that when you watch, you put the film on. You're just like, this guy just loves football.
I do.
Like, take the money out of the game. There's a guy that's going to ride or die. He's going to play between the lines every single step. But do you ever just sit back and Will Compton reads that to you? And
That was the first time I've ever thought about that. So that's
The first time
That's
ever.
the first time I ever thought about that. So that's a pretty cool moment to
Break
share
that-
with you guys.
yeah. How do you feel about, dude? Tell me all your emotions.
Just outrageous. Like I just remember like being a kid playing Pee Wee football, Pop Warner football, like in small town Iowa, like with pads that are way too big, just running around, smiling and laughing. And now I'm playing in the NFL, getting paid a shit ton of money.
Still smiling and laughing.
Still smiling and laughing. Still smiling and laughing.
You'd
Just-
play for free, wouldn't you?
At this point in my career, no. But I think my first like 5 years in the NFL, I probably would have. Like, I was just like, this is way too much fun. Are you kidding me? You feel like a gladiator every time you go out there. Like you can't
It
not.
was outstanding.
Do you feel like a gladiator right now?
In the bus? No, I feel like a bro.
No, your
on the
body.
bus.
How's your body feel right now?
I'm actually doing great. So the one benefit of not making the playoffs is you get an entire month off. Like I haven't had January off since 2020. So like,
George
yeah,
Kittle,
that is a flex.
better to not make the playoffs at all.
Yep, that is a headline. I said the one good thing out of not making the playoffs
Yeah.
is you get that extra month to like recover, take a step back. You can kind of like work a little bit easier into your training when you come back. Like you have time, especially if you handle it the right way. So like mentally and physically, I mean, I'm light years ahead of where I was the last 2 years, which is pretty fun. So
Yeah, I
last
think-
year I was dealing with surgery, and the year before that I was really messed up as
I think the
well.
last time you came on the bus, it was like a groin, it was a rib, it was a shoulder. You like
I was,
you
it was
walked on,
everything.
and
It was
he
everything.
was making dad noises getting on the bus.
it was brutal.
Now he pops up, you're pulling up in your truck, honking the horn, jumping
Yeah.
out, giving out big hugs.
Yeah.
Totally different vibe.
Listen to Lil Wayne and Vic's plug. Let's fucking
No
go.
doubt. And you were just in Panama, yeah?
I was in Panama. Just spent 4 days down there with the boy TJ Hawkinson, friend of the bus.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Kyle Juszczyk, not on yet, but
Also,
he
future
was
friend of the show.
He was invited to Tight End U this year. He can't make it. He has 3 nephews with the same birthday on the same day.
So he declined.
He declined. And it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
We were really going for Kristen Juszczyk to show up. That's what our goal was.
Yeah.
Is she not on a crazy ascension right now?
It's so cool.
Do you know about Juszczyk's wife?
Yeah, you
The
talking about
jackets?
making all the all the
jackets?
merch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has she made a tight end you one?
That's a great idea. No. Wow, dude.
Big brain
crazy.
thoughts.
Thinking,
Big brain
you gotta
thoughts on
think.
the
Yeah,
bus.
that's crazy. We're on fire. Kristen,
she's
I know
been
you're
she's
listening.
been
I
crushing
know
it.
you're listening. Please No, but yeah, no, her thing is insane too. Because I just remember sitting on the couch when Taylor Swift wore it in, and I just had her Instagram account pulled up, and she went from like 75,000 followers to 600,000 followers in like 2 hours. It's insane.
Nuts.
Just like swiping the
'Cause
update on it.
Swiftie bump is
Do
real.
you know how long she had been doing that before
The jacket.
obviously, the
I think.
Taylor
I
Swift
mean,
moment
she
happened?
started doing it like I want to say she started doing it like the year before, like on Halloween. She made herself an outfit, and she was like, "I really like sewing and like I like making stuff." That's how it started. She was making a Halloween costume.
Damn, man.
And then
all of
stumble
it-
into something like that.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? And then
Taylor
all-
Swift.
Oh wow, I'm really good
Rocking
at
your
this.
gear.
Right.
Yeah, like she's
Rocking
fixed
what
like
you made.
she's fixed so much of my clothing, and then all of a sudden now she's has a deal with Fanatics, like all merchants, like all licensing agreements. She can do whatever she wants.
No shit.
It's insane.
Is she still fixing your clothes for you?
She did fix something for me a couple months ago.
Did she really?
A pair of Gucci shorts.
Did it take time? Like, were you kind of like a lower priority?
I was definitely a lower priority, but she did do it.
Yeah.
She did it, and I was like, I was like, no rush.
Yeah.
But if you could fix them, please do. And she did. I was like, you're a queen.
I love
Goodness, that is so fun.
Wish
Hey,
Co-
good for Juice.
yeah, good for Juice. Wish he was coming because we would love to have him on the
that.
show.
Love to have him on the show.
I think
he revitalized the fullback position
Yeah.
He is
because
the
it was
fullback position.
it was faltering. He's essentially the MGK of the fullback.
Yeah, he's kind of remade the position the way he can catch it out of the back.
Can you let's unpack that one? What do you mean by that?
MGK is
Yeah.
MGK and Chavez Barker are solely responsible for bringing back pop punk.
There it is. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Now I'm understand. I understand
You're thinking
it.
his
solely
build,
responsible.
Look.
Yeah, and I
No,
just saw
no, no, no,
MGK. Oh, you're talking about like yeah. No, I'm on the same page.
You're
now.
with that.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Do you agree with that statement?
I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree.
Okay. That sounds like a good insurance policy for you to look into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I need to look into it just a little bit more.
We're
Might be getting Brock.
Purdy?
Yeah.
You're gonna get Brock on the bus. He lives in Nashville.
Yeah, we've been trying to get him.
Yeah, I know, dude. All right, no, I'm
And-
not gonna flame him on the pod yet. I'll just give me a little bit. I will.
You
at
wouldn't be
some
the
point.
only one to flame him on the pod.
Oh, who else did? Oh yeah, you did that
you
one
remember?
time.
Yeah, you called me about it,
Yeah, I called you. I said relax.
and I was like, he's probably right.
Yeah,
It was my first year. I
know,
mean,
you-
I was
you-
like, I guess this is what you're supposed to do.
yeah, you got crushed.
I did, and it was First off, shout out 49ers fans.
They're good.
They love their boys.
They do.
They love
You were
their
making
boys.
sure they had a pulse.
But it wasn't exactly.
You were
Thank
stirring the
for
pot
that.
for them.
Yes, I was making sure because you guys were doing really well. It's really
Yeah.
easy to get complacent, and for me to go and
Exactly.
stir that pot for you
Yeah.
guys, you're welcome.
See you guys.
Because no one believed
Taylor's
it.
a
no one
good
believed
guy.
it, dude.
Yeah, good
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah,
He's a
yeah.
great
Good
guy.
Well
Good guy.
intended. Well,
Yeah.
well,
Will
Good, good intention.
well intended.
Good intentions.
Yeah, good intentions.
I'll take it. But not only
Just
you,
three
but
Big Ten guys.
McCaffrey as well. Yeah, yeah.
Figured it out.
But
Take
McCaffrey
a
hit
lot
me
of hits
too.
on
Hit me
this
as
bus.
well. McCaffrey hit me and he's like, "Yo, what are we doing?"
Yeah, I
and then
know.
we had him on a Zoom one day, and he like stopped the podcast to basically tell me how I'm fucking up life.
Isn't he just the best?
He's
I love-
awesome.
I love Christian.
Yeah, I hate his ice cream taste, but yes.
Oh, what was it?
I think his number one was mint chocolate chip.
It might have been, but he's a vanilla.
No,
No, I'm
Juice
the
is mint
vanilla.
chocolate
I'm the
chip.
vanilla.
You're vanilla and sprinkles.
Vanilla sprinkles caramel. That's my
Moose Tracks.
go-to.
Moose Tracks is my
solid,
number one.
Solid. But that is my go-to. If
So
if
good.
I'm getting myself a tasty treat and I have to pick out my own toppings, those are the toppings we're getting.
Yeah.
Oh, if you go to Cold Stone, what's your order?
I'm getting the birthday cake remix.
Ah,
Love it.
yes.
Yes. And that is
Yes.
a top 5.
Oh, it's so
I'm not
good.
even a chocolate guy, dude.
No, that shit's so
But
good.
I stumbled upon that one day as a wee lad, and I've ever since then was like, holy shit.
Dude, I was like, when Cold Stone first came to Iowa, I was like, oh, chocolate devotion. Which is incredible. And then I finally tried birthday cake remix, and I don't think I've ever had anything since.
Yeah.
It
is.
just doesn't ever miss.
Have you had Jenny's?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying anytime I go to Cold Stone.
Gooey butter cake?
Yeah. The
Gooey butter cake is such a
butter cake's not
and
okay.
I fought that for a long time.
Butter cake's
Will,
not.
I kept saying, hey, birthday cake remix, it's number one. It's number one. He's like, hey, this gooey butter cake. I had a taste, but I wasn't open-minded about it.
Yeah, it's.
Finally, I tasted it with an open mind, and I think it is number one.
I think I don't know if it's Ginny's or another ice cream brand, but someone has like a Rupert float flavor, and it was diabolical. My chef got it for me, and he made a Rupert float with Rupert float ice cream. That was.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to think of Jenny's roster right now. I don't know.
There's
if they
so
have
many
any
flavors.
Their roster, they get weird with their names. Their ingredients, they do take a lot of
Yeah.
liberties. They get a little aggressive.
They do.
But it's like, hey, gooey butter cake, you can live on that for the rest of your life.
You probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really could.
It's like it's like a band that makes like a huge hit, like Plain White Tees, Hey There Delilah. Like you can live on that song forever.
I feel like
Wait,
Hey There
Hey There
Delilah's
Delilah-
been making a little comeback recently.
You think so? Because
It's not
that,
you
that
guys.
clip you saw at the Black
Yeah,
Guys?
yeah, the Black Guys.
Is it you guys that hate that song?
No, I love that song.
I love that song.
No, who is it? Oh, I think my wife hates that song. She thinks it's creepy.
She's got great taste.
No, I don't. There's like.
How's your mental health doing?
My mental health? Right now, not great. 4.5 hours of sleep. I'm
He's like,
struggling.
I think my wife hates that song.
Yeah. No, she does.
Who else said something about Brock? Oh, that's right.
Yeah. The wheels are turning. I should probably open up this energy drink.
Yeah. By the way, I think we should just take like a potluck maybe. It's right there, but we could all just put them there so George can taste all three.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, why'd you take the grape one? I thought you gave me the grape one.
You said you did?
That's yeah.
Do you want the grape one?
I mean, at this point, we're past it.
This is another Anheuser-Busch product right here.
Oh, is it?
Anheuser-Busch, First Form, Dana White. So this is part of the fam right now.
The trilogy.
That's cool. Cheers.
So do you want to try the grape?
No, you stole it.
You can still take a drink.
Dude, look, you're a dad. You need it more than I do.
Thank you. I
That is
I
true.
will accept that.
But 4.5 hours of sleep coming from Panama.
Yeah.
When you look at possible lifetime earnings of what was it, 157?
Ish.
153.9.
That, 157 would be sick
903.
though, right? When you look at that,
Yeah.
and you signed the contract you did,
Yes.
let's have a little conversation about what nice little juicy gift did you get yourself?
This time, nothing.
Oh, this is the third one. It's kind of getting redundant at
Well,
this point. huh?
this time I'm trying to remodel my house, and so I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna chill on this one for
Yeah.
a sec. Let this one simmer.
What's
for a
your
little bit.
favorite luxury in life?
You have a ghost on the bus?
Yes.
Sick.
What's your favorite luxury in life?
And I think we all have the same answer.
Is this something I can buy or no?
Just
I mean,
something
'cause
that
I
you
mean-
spend your money on.
Oh.
Something you look at and you're like, this is worth spending my money on.
Nice.
Anything on my property really is one of my biggest things.
That was a deep one, huh?
Yeah.
Anything on your property that you can spend money on? Like, give us an example.
Building a football field at my house, building a workout facility, putting up a 50-foot American flagpole. That's probably my favorite purchase of my property I've made. My wife really likes that one.
How big's that flag?
Pretty fucking massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
go.
right when you pull in, it's just right next to the football field, so it's the only thing you can fucking see. That's
God,
hot.
that's got to fire you up.
It does. I saw it last night. We have lights pointing up at it, and I almost got out of the car. I was like, oh God, it's so beautiful. So that's one of my favorite purchases. I'm about to buy an Airstream, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an Airstream.
Remember the trailer?
Like the silver.
Oh, that's right. We had one in the
RV?
shop.
We had one.
Yeah, you
we
had
gave it
one?
away for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. We had to get rid of it.
Had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
it was
one of
collecting
those.
dust.
There's like one of my neighbors has one. They've used it 5 times. It's like brand new, and my wife drove past. She was like, "Can we buy that?" And I was like, "It's really not that expensive either." So I was like, "Yeah, buy it. Throw it on the property."
Is it a new Airstream, or is it like one of those like 70 models that have like been well taken care of?
I think it's a new one.
Those are nice.
Yeah, I think she said it's within like the last 5 years, and the guy's only used it like five or six times. I
What
was
are you
like,
gonna do with it? You gonna go camping?
No,
Are
I'm
you
just
really
gonna-
gonna go camping?
no, I want to put it on my property, so when I have people over, it can be like a fun little getaway on one of my property spots.
String some lights. Yeah.
Yep, just like
Little
my
bonfire.
I already have a tiny house on one part of my property. Put an Airstream on the other side. Put some lights up. Now you have a date night.
That is
I
beautiful.
like that move, George.
Oh yeah, I don't want to leave my
I'm
property.
a fan of that move, George.
I don't like leaving my property very much.
Yeah, you're out there plenty of ways.
I mean, 25 minutes from Broadway is not bad.
That is, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound so bad.
No.
But if I'm driving from my house, it's 35, 40 minutes. And that feels
I
like
know,
something.
but see, what doesn't make sense to me about that is like you're closer than Broadway is, but there's no like easy way to get to your
Right.
house from my house.
Yeah, getting like that
It's
to the highway
It's so
is a
annoying.
pain in the ass.
Getting to Green Hills from my place is the absolute
Did you guys
worst.
end up working out that piece of
Vasper
equipment that
yeah,
you had?
Vasper got
yeah,
handed
how
off.
about that fumbled bag
Yeah.
by me?
How did that work? How did that end up?
Ended
have
up
no
his,
idea.
your boy came and picked it up.
Oh, thank God.
But I'll tell you what, it was a hassle.
Was it?
Yeah, because it's all my fault.
Yeah, that's
But he would text me, "Hey, when can I come pick it up?" And then a week would go by, I'd be like, "When's this dude fucking picking this up?" And I'd go look at my text, I'm like, "Oh, he texted me, I gotta text him back." And then it'd be a scheduled thing, and then I go back into my zoned out world for another 10 days.
Yep.
And be like, "Oh, holy shit! Okay, I gotta text this guy back." Finally, he came and got it,
Yeah, you just said
and
that.
it's all taken care of
Yeah.
now.
Did you meet Brandon?
Brandon? That's your boy.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yes, I met him.
He's
I
good.
I opened the door. I was like, "Hey, it's right up there. I got to go to his pod.
Yeah.
I was probably coming to get a pod."
Oh,
And so I
nice.
just booked right away.
Good people.
What are you doing with 2 Vaspers?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
Just naturally
bros.
boost my testosterone.
twice, double the test.
Yes, I did. I walked in the barn this morning. I didn't even notice it. That's hilarious.
What are your T levels at right now?
Couldn't tell you.
You don't look into it at all.
I do a blood test out in Panama every time I go down there, but I didn't look at the results yet. Should I pull them out on the pod? We can go through my blood work.
I would just love to know your T levels.
I just want to know his T
Yeah,
levels.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't
you
know.
probably, I'm thinking 800.
The last time you tested and remembered, what were they?
Couldn't tell you.
Damn.
I know I think I was low though.
Yeah.
I was low. I think it was like at the end of a season. Yeah, I was struggling. I was struggle busting at that point. I think it was like last year right before I came on the pod and I was like broken.
Yeah.
And my T levels were very low.
How long are you wanting to play?
Oh, until I don't have fun anymore.
Till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
He's a wheels fall off guy.
Yeah.
Or if Claire looks at me and goes, "You kind of look like shit out there. You should retire." And I'll be like, "All right."
That's probably how it'll happen.
Yeah. That or yeah. I don't know. I think if I get to like I'm 35 and it hurts to get like it hurts just to put pants on in the morning, I think I'll be like, this isn't that much fun anymore. And then I'll have a conversation with myself. But no, I'm feeling great right now.
Have you thought about the other side?
Not like I haven't like daydreamed about it or anything like that, but like definitely I'm aware that there's potential opportunities and like doors that could be open. And so I'm just excited about that stuff.
Ooh, can we talk about any?
Sure.
WWE?
I would love to do WWE.
Is it pretty safe to say that once George Kittle's done playing football, there's a WWE contract waiting for him?
I think there's definitely opportunity within that world, and I would love nothing more than to be a part of it. So this is my only question mark with that is I so much love being a fan of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to I would only do WWE if I like bought a ring and practiced my ass off for for a while, so I wouldn't look like an idiot out there. Because I've been in a WWE ring like 3 times. Like I don't know what I'm doing out there. Like I have an understanding of how it works, but like I haven't moonsaulted off the top rope at WrestleMania like Pat McAfee did.
Yeah.
Like what Logan Paul does.
Logan Paul.
He's incredible.
You see what you want about the Paul
Great
brothers.
athlete. Oh, dude.
Incredible athlete.
Also, like I met him for the first time. Could not have been nicer.
Really?
Could not have been nicer. It was here in Nashville when they were here. He had to talk to him for like 5 minutes afterwards. Could not have been nicer to me and all my friends. I was like, the internet's not entirely right about you.
Yeah. Those boys do catch bullets all the time.
So
They
many
catch
bullets.
all the time.
Yeah.
They
man.
do a good job with it, though. I mean, some of it is self-induced.
Yeah,
but
I think
they're
a lot-
It's self-induced, but I feel
they
like
get the game.
They
know the
really,
game.
they realize when it's time to let's get some negative attention right
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, they're so good at it. It's
They're
incredible.
fantastic.
They are very smart.
What are some other opportunities?
I
Podcast?
feel like it. Yeah, I feel like at some point someone's going to want me to talk football.
Someone.
Oh, dude. Actually, this is my dream. Do you guys? Do you know what Space Marines is? Anybody? No
Space
one?
Marines.
Space Marines. You know what Warhammer is? Yeah. You've heard of that? Yeah. Warhammer. So like, Warhammer is like this vast universe that none of us really know about. Think of like it's not like Dungeons and Dragons, but like think about like that kind of cult following. It just has this like following, and then they finally made a video game about it. And basically, think of like you're playing Gears of War. Like that's the vibe of the video game, except it's like way more. I mean, it was released last year, so it looks amazing. You go to different planets, it's fucking insane. Well, I fell in love with that last year with Eric Saubert, and we used to play it. And they have all these awesome taglines like, "The Emperor's Light is my torch." Like you fucking work for this, like you're working for the Emperor, stuff like that. It's really fun. You're just Jack dude, and he was murder aliens. Henry Cavill is a huge fan of it, and he's trying to make it into an actual TV show. And so I'm trying to get as an extra into the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I could be an extra on the side getting eaten by an alien for all I care. Like,
No, you're into it that much. You just want to be a part of the
I just want to be a
production.
part of it, dude. Because, like, I'm telling you, the video game, it's like playing classic Halo 3, the campaign, with all the awesome movie cutscenes. Like, that's what it's like. It's just, I felt like a kid again playing video games. I was like, this game's amazing. So much fun. And it's just insanely violent.
What's the game called?
Space Marines.
Space Marines.
Yeah, Space Marines 2. They came out with one a couple years ago that I never played, but I think actually it was like 6 or 7 years ago. But the new one is just so much fun. But Henry Cavill, like, will just post on his Instagram, like, yeah, I had 30 kills today in my game. Because you can play it online now too.
Really?
I'm like, dude, why are you such a big fan of this?
We'll send this to him.
Dude,
Sounds like something. Can we pull that up on the monitor? Can we check that out?
dude, the last mission is like 2 hours and 30 of the minutes are movie cutscenes. It's incredible.
I love how much of a big kid you are, dude.
Oh, dude.
Right.
Then like for like you get like a couple different assault rifles, a couple different snipers. That's Henry Cavill. A couple different snipers, and then everybody you get like either a sword, dual wielding swords, a giant sledgehammer. For like, it's insane. Just type in gameplay. Pull up a
Sounds
little
like
video.
it sounds like similar to. Did you ever play Diablo
Yeah,
on PC as a kid?
it's just without like all the extra Like
Right.
this is just a straightforward campaign. Like there's not like you don't have to build and you don't have to change your armor and shit like that.
Got you. See, I am a sucker for the changing of the armor, the adding new skills.
Type in Space Marines 2. That's the first one.
George, have you seen the guy on YouTube who makes his own animations for Warhammer 40,000?
Yes.
And they should be on
Bro.
TV. They are unreal.
Insane. It's so good.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No clue what's going on, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
I'm lost right now.
I'm enjoying learning about it.
Oh, yeah,
Space
this is it.
Marine. Can I tell you something about this? I'm not a huge fan of the name.
Space Marines? Okay, so Warhammer is the overall brand,
Got you.
right? And Space Marines, so like the storyline and like the universe of Space Marines is like over the course of like, just call it 1 billion years. And so the Space Marines are they're just like one little part. Like that's what he is right now. He's a Space Marine.
I mean, this game looks badass.
It looks badass. It definitely has Gears of War vibes. Is Warhammer,
so, like, it's all
Warhammer
hordes
affiliated
too.
with World of Warcraft?
I don't know. I don't know. But this cool thing is it's like hordes. It's like zombie hordes. They just run at you and you have all these insane guns and stuff.
Now, is this you're just playing like a solo campaign?
This one's just solo campaign. This is like the first or second mission. But it's like, see that guy's blinking red? I don't know if you could see that.
Yeah.
See him blinking red? So if you have your sword out, you can run up there and they have these like assassination animations.
Got you.
Yeah, that's what makes it really fun. But so you can play with, it's like 3-player co-op. It's a fucking hoot.
Yeah, this could be.
I really want this guy
This
to pull
could
out his
be-
hammer.
This could be worth doing.
I really need this guy to pull out his hammer right now.
Yeah, I don't care about the minigun, man. I want to see you slice and dice some fools. Anyways, but that's Space Marines. That's one thing I've been into.
So you want to be in that. So essentially, a little bit of acting also.
Just be a part of some special things would be really fun for me.
But you're not very interested in, like, you don't want to be an actor. You don't want to go and do lines and go into that world, or maybe dip your toe.
I would, like I said, like if the door's open, I'm chilling. Like I'm down to do stuff.
Yeah.
It's even the Mad Max series.
Right.
Or like get onto a Viking show.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be very easy for you. Very easily.
How long
done.
has the TV been up there?
This TV's been here forever.
But mounted.
Mounted. It wasn't mounted.
It was a little lower.
This is nice. Look at you guys.
You like this?
We got a couple upgrades around here.
Yeah, we got interns.
Yeah, the interns I can't get over. That's awesome.
Yeah, how badass is that?
You have 5 18-year-olds in there.
Well,
Working their ass off too.
who is it? Was the
Wait, who's the kid in
range
the Arizona
19 to
Cardinals?
23?
Who's the kid in the Cardinals jersey t-shirt?
Probably Coop. Probably Coop. It's gotta be Coop.
We'll have some words
Coop's
with
a
him
grown
later.
man.
Yeah,
What's
we'll have
going
some-
on? You know? Oh yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
I don't
That
need to hang
checks
out with
out.
the NFC West guys. You know, that's crazy.
I mean, the Cardinals though. Like, how concerned are you about the Cardinals? I feel like they've never been a threat to you.
I know they put 46 on us last year in the last game of the
Cardinals
season.
could be,
But I
hey,
feel like
Cardinals
you guys-
could be all right this year.
They could be all right this
They
year.
could be.
Yes.
The thing that they do.
But you guys had a uncharacteristically really bad year.
Oh yeah, no, we were terrible. Well, a lot of injuries, but on top of that, we just weren't very good. But no, what the Cardinals do on defense with their head coach, because wasn't their head coach, was he the offensive coordinator or the D coordinator of the Eagles that they hired?
I do not know the answer to that question.
Yeah, he was. I think it was the DC. So like what he brought to the Cardinals
Pull that up, Sherm.
and how they like let Buda Baker kind of just, he literally just plays what he wants to do. The whole defense is based so Buda Baker can just freestyle. It's insane. And he's like one of the best freestyling players I've ever seen.
It's impressive to see guys who are able to just kind of do whatever they want. JJ Watt
Oh,
was one of those guys. Buda Baker.
Buda Baker.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
you bringing it up. I see what's going through your brain.
It
Will
wasn't
Compton.
even. It wasn't.
Will Compton.
I'll be honest. It was not factoring
Yeah.
in my brain at all. I heard JP's laugh.
I know.
I heard JP's
That's
laugh.
And
fantastic.
that's a JP-ism right there.
I tried.
Can you scroll down a
No,
little bit on
it
him?
is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll get mine, Buddha.
Uh,
I don't know how. I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna
He
have
was
to
the-
assault Buddha Baker at one point in my life.
he was the D coordinator. Yes, but like what he did with their defense and like what they're doing, it's like it's a very complicated defense where the whole thing is just disguises. And then their guys are smart enough to handle it. And they have a really good secondary too. So, and I think they just added to their D line. So they have a chance to be really good. The Rams are going to be really good. I don't know about the Seahawks. I mean, they got Cooper Kupp and my guy Eric Saubert up there.
Who's their quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
That's right.
Yeah.
So got rid of Gino.
But yeah, no, I think the NFC West will be incredibly competitive this year. It'll be fun.
Buda Baker can also rush the passer.
With one hand.
Didn't he pancake Will?
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
Then that makes it way worse, George.
Oh, that's you right there.
Dog, You guys want to bring up
he said he
the
can wrestle
worst day of my life?
Yeah.
with one hand.
You guys want to bring up the worst day of my life right now?
Yeah.
That was the worst day of my life.
Yeah. I remember. I watched the lowlights.
Thanks. Did you see any highlights?
Yeah, I did.
There were none.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
were none.
yeah, there were. You had the backside of a couple outside zones you were great on.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So he is familiar with your game.
Oh, so he understands.
Yeah.
I do. No, the
George is like spoiled with his left tackle because he has the goat of all goats.
Trent Williams.
He's got two.
He's got the goats. So I could go in there and be like, yeah, hey,
there's no
George,
one
you've
better
seen some
than
of the
him.
stuff I've done, right? It's like, yeah, but he gets to watch Trent Williams every single day, who is just above and beyond.
Still really good at football.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh my god,
Bro, he's such a massive human being.
dude, it's great. So his nickname is the Silverback Gorilla.
Why?
And then the Silverback Gorilla.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Probably because he has 8 Silverback Gorilla tattoos on his body.
Okay, fair enough.
His entire back is a giant gorilla just sitting there. Like it's just a massive gorilla.
That is wild.
Yeah, try to see if you have his back tat. Yeah. He had that shit in college, I'm pretty sure. But
No doubt.
So he has no space left on his back. So like that's all tatted at this point. Yeah, go to that one. Yeah. And it says Silverback on his back, like a jersey.
I love how the chains flipped around too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know he's like that.
I get this photo real quick.
Yeah. Trent's different.
With this little bucket.
But it's
hat on.
over, but like,
Yeah.
but like I'll post a photo of Trent, and like I like to use like emojis when I post photos with my teammates sometimes when I'm in season, and like so I post like it'll be like me, Trent, and Juice. So like I post like a Joker card, the juice box, and then a gorilla, and like 10 people come out like that's racist. I'm like, no, it's not. That's literally his nickname. And like
You can't say that. You're white. You can't say it's not.
It's self-proclaimed. It's
So funny,
self-proclaimed nickname.
you'll hit the Joker card, you'll hit the juice box, and you'll be like,
Oh, oh literally.
All right, well,
Yes, man. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
about
get
it.
this
I'm
one.
like,
internet's gonna take this one weird.
yeah. There, here come 10 DMs from really angry people.
Hey Trent, I love calling you Silverback, but do you realize
Oh, you're at the
you
scroll
understand
you're
how
at the
you kind of
scroll
put
for a
us in a
minute.
tough spot?
I don't think I posted this for like 2 years because it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. Look at that fucking NFL photo. That's tough.
Is Trent the best football player you've ever seen?
Oh.
Because 49ers have an arsenal. Your roster is crazy.
Yeah, we have 5 first team all pro players within the last, just based off the last 2 years, which is pretty sick.
Just nuts.
Well, they don't do fullbacks, right? Juice, because then they took fullbacks off of all pro, didn't they? Or did they just put it back on?
No,
We're the wrong guys to ask.
Yeah,
I thought you guys are like in touch
We
with
just
stuff.
played, man.
we play.
You also talk about it
We talk about football
twice
Yeah.
a week.
once.
You guys
Well, in the fall, yeah,
Twice a week
like
in the fall.
4 times a week in the fall.
Yeah.
yeah. We kind of don't stop talking about football.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
But like, yeah, so
But
we have-
Juice, we can just assume is an all-pro guy.
Yeah,
so
he
6
is.
guys,
yeah, no, Trent Williams, I think, is probably the most talented player I've ever played with.
like effortless,
Yeah. It's just crazy.
dude. Yeah,
Like, one of my favorite things ever was 2019. No, it wasn't even 2019. It was like 2020 training camp or 2021 when him and Bosa just went at it. It was pretty fun to watch in training camp. That was,
yeah. I think there's a story about Joe Staley. Like Bosa called Staley and was like, "How do I beat Trent Williams?"
probably did.
That's how good Trent Williams is.
I just remember Bosa beat him on like a one-on-one rep. Like, yeah, that pick. Like, he beat him on like 1 or 2 one-on-one reps. And in 2020, we had Jordan Reed on the team, tight end from Washington who played with Trent. And he was like, nah, man, that shit crazy, man. I ain't ever see Trent lose, man. This shit crazy. I love Jordan Reed.
Dude, he's the best, man.
Well,
Is he gonna be out at tight end U?
This year, he might be there. I got to call him. He said he was going to swing through. We got Jeremy Shockey this year. That'll be really fun.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a good one.
That's fucking awesome.
I know.
Might have to get him on the bus.
Yeah, you should ask. He'll be here. He gets in Monday, I think.
Dude,
It'll be a good time.
Shockey's the man.
He is.
Just those moments when the helmet comes off and he just keeps
Yeah. Like, just watch a
Taking
Jeremy,
a big hit. Getting
watch
up,
a Jeremy
getting hyped
Shockey highlight reel. It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Oh my. Hey, have you guys seen those TikToks where it's like it's showing off like a highlight and then all of a sudden it's like Luke Kuechly and the guy's like, oh, Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Luke
Who's
Kuechly.
next? That's who's next.
Ah, dude, that is one of the funniest.
That is
He did
one
one-
of my
he did-
favorite accounts to
He did one with
watch.
Jeremy Shockey, and I think I saved it and I watched it pregame like last year a couple
Yeah.
times.
His Luke
It's so
his Luke
good.
Kuechly one's all time. He's got another one.
Oh my!
He does
He's made a
he does a
lot.
Jay Cutler
Yeah,
one
he's
that's
made a
all
lot.
Oh, the Jay
electric.
Cutler
yeah.
one is so good. Oh, when he's
Yeah.
running and truck sticking
Man, look at
people.
my guy.
Yeah.
Look at my guy here. Look at who's doing it. Oh,
He's so
dude,
funny.
yeah, he is fucking funny. I think he did a Compton one, didn't he?
He did. Wasn't gonna bring it up.
Wasn't gonna bring it up. But here we go. Adding.
I
to
think
Look at that guy.
he did
legacy.
one on you too.
I was a piece of one, but I wasn't like the.
The focal point.
You
I
weren't
wasn't the
the
vocal
focal?
point. He goes, "Look at my guy here. I've watched it 70 times. Look at my guy here. Taylor Lewan getting the rough, yeah, right there. Just my quarterback. Just my quarterback." It's after the Sherman hit, and yeah, that guy does a great job. He needs to produce more content. Is what he needs to do.
Yeah, he I mean, you could do everybody in the NFL. He's so funny.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just
man.
like go do Troy Polamalu. You'd be hilarious.
Right?
Yeah, like do Ed Reed, John
Dude,
Lynch.
We had Troy on the podcast, and his demeanor, watching what he did on the field, and him coming in, and be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh.
Everyone all right?" That's
Unreal.
like, what a nice guy.
Unreal.
Who's this?
Troy Polamalu.
Yo, Will.
Sorry.
You just get back from Panama? You have 4 hours of sleep?
Yeah, blanked out.
Bro, you're not wrong.
Who's this?
Where am I right now?
Yeah.
Shoot.
You talked about ambitions of talking football. Like there is a friendly local show that you could join.
Oh,
Oh, when
Bussin?
it's over?
Yeah.
Oh, boys, I'm for the boys at all times. Trust me,
You know, there'll be a bidding war, right?
That's the scary part.
That is the scary part.
potentially.
That's the scary
ESPN,
part.
the pirate ship.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna go after George.
Yeah.
But you know the best part about that is we'll find out where he truly.
Where my loyalty lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know money's not the issue.
Well,
Alignment shouldn't be the issue.
No, alignment's definitely not.
I mean,
the
this is
issue.
probably the most aligned he would be with any brand
You would think so.
of the hitters and choppers out there.
And it's local.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're both Bud Light athletes.
Yeah.
We are.
Interesting.
Interesting place to be.
Very,
Interesting.
very interesting, boys.
Interesting.
Literally very interesting.
Do you ever talking about playing till the wheels fall off? Do you ever worry about your body? Like, hey, when it's over and it's all said and done.
I think I had that like dilemma where I was like thinking about it a lot. I think specifically like after the 2020 season, because like I broke my foot, I got fucked up a little bit, and I was like, damn, like I really have to be on this shit. And that's why I kind of like I dove so heavy into stem cells. Like I do a brain scan once a year. Everything's good. Happy to report.
Good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Not a whole lot of clouds up there.
Nope, doing pretty well up
Like
there.
gray matter.
Yeah, we're doing good up there. But like I try my best is like to stay on top of it as much as I possibly can. Like whether it's the Vasperk, that's healthy for you, red light therapy, like as many IVs as I can just to keep my body up. So like I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it. So am I worried about it? Hey, at some point it's gonna affect us at some point.
Right.
But just try to get ahead of it as best as I can.
How much do you think you put in your body a year? How
Money-wise?
much money do you put into just keeping your body right?
If we're talking like
Talking about IVs, everything. The Vasper doesn't cost anything after you just buy it, but you understand the training,
I mean in season
Trainers.
in season anywhere from like $150,000 to $200,000 per season for like especially like the last 3 years at least. And then I mean total, yeah, it's with everything I bought too. I had like another $200K on top of that too.
yeah, you're pumping towards half a mil.
You're flirting with $500,000 a year.
Call it 250 at the most. Because like a lot of things I've bought now I don't have to pay for them anymore.
But I know you just got that brain scan. But if you talk about the numbers you just did, you said in season 200, and then
I would say in season about 150 to 200, and then like out of the season, I mean I did a marketing deal with my stem cells, so like I don't pay with for those anymore. So
And
that
that
saves
is
me
smart.
that saves me a ton of money because those are expensive but worth it. So like that saves me a chunk. Like I do stuff like that. I try to do deals with people that I know that I'm going to use all the time.
Yes, brands that align with what you're trying to do with your life.
Yeah, be as healthy as I possibly can be. How did you get a Vasper for free?
I can't tell you that.
That's fine.
Actually, I don't know.
There it is. That's
like,
better.
It was like 7 years ago, maybe 5. I have no idea. But like literally, I was like at Exos in Arizona.
Yeah.
They talked to me about the Vasper system, the BFR,
Yeah, all that
hey,
stuff.
the testosterone, the pituitary gland, the whole thing. And I'm like, I gotta have one of these.
Yeah.
So I think I went through them.
And
They got me to the distributor, and then we did a deal.
Oh, that's sick.
But they're like, you can't resell it
Yeah.
for commercial use. And I think I used it 3 total times.
Oh, it's tough.
3 total times. To the point where I'm like, I know this is good for me, but I never like took the time to
Do it.
Like, yeah, look at the protocols and all that.
Yeah.
And it bums me out. Bums me out that I didn't buy in because the way you talk about it, I'm like, man, I probably should have done that.
As soon as I get back from, like, I do it a little bit during OTAs, but as soon as I get back in like the summer, that's like my cardio every day at the end of my workout. So like I'll lift, I'll run my routes, run hills, and then I do like a 20-minute Vasper session 4 days a week, no matter what.
No shit.
I love it. You feel, dude, you also, it knocks you the fuck out at night. Unconscious.
Really?
You sleep so well and you have wild dreams too. It's awesome. I
Those
like
Vasper systems doing a whole bunch of different things.
I mean, yeah, the main selling point is you blow huge loads.
Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah.
That's what.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need that back. Yeah.
Oh, so like,
What kind of loads we talking?
It sounds like huge ones, Will.
huge ones? I know. I was like, how do I sit? Nah, I just got to say it. Like that's how it was sold. Like to like players, it was like, look, it boosts your testosterone. You sleep really well. You're gonna feel great, and you also blow huge loads. And I was like, oh, that's bullshit. Not bullshit. And then that rumor started going around, and so like in like 2019, dude, like there were like 6 or 7 coaches that were doing it all the time. Like, who was it? Like Mike LaFleur, like one of our OCs, he was in there all the time.
Just pumping away at it.
Going to town at like post practice, he was the first guy in. Like he would jog in off the field so he beat all the players to it.
That is hilarious.
It was hilarious, dude. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, can you explain what it does?
What is a Vasper?
Vasper system.
Oh yeah, this is tough for people listening on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
like, what the fuck is a Vasper
Well, you
system?
can Google it. You can Google Vasper. But basically, it's like a recumbent bike that you sit on. It has BFR, which is blood flow restriction. So like the things that they take your blood pressure with that pumps up, it cuts off your blood flow. You put that on your biceps and then on your quads. And you basically just do like a 20-minute workout. I think it's a 21-minute workout, but you can kind of customize it. And you basically just sit there and pump, and like it has sprints, it has calm. So it has like highs and lows. Basically, you go through this workout. But the thing is the chair you're sitting on, and then the cuffs on your legs and on your arms. And then you put just like a very loose one on your neck. There's no pressure there. It's all ice water. So it's like you're chilling your body while you're doing a hard workout. It tricks your body into thinking that's a very old one. But it tricks your body into thinking that you just did a super, super hard workout. And then it just like replenishes your body. So like it thinks you just did like a 2.5 hour workout. So then it replenishes your body to try to like recover. But you actually just did like a 15-minute workout.
Yeah, like the biohackers out there are gonna ruin me, but like there's a pituitary gland you have, and the tricking part makes your body think you've done a huge workout, so it releases.
That's the ice on your neck. So it's like the little strap goes around your neck. It's so cold, and it like tricks your body, and so then it releases all these.
Yeah, because your body thinks you have all this extra inflammation. So it's like goes to help tendons, helps joints, helps muscle recovery, everything, and it like basically pumps testosterone in your body.
Yeah.
So recovery is way faster, muscle growth, and all those things.
Yeah.
While doing a relatively minimal.
It's cool
amount of
too.
work.
The Vasper, the guy who invented it, his office is less than 10 minutes away from our facility.
Oh, really?
They used to be on a NASA base or a military base. Yeah, it's him.
Now, do you have the pad you lay on after?
I do have it. It just depends if I have time for it or not. Like after I've done like my 4-hour workout and then I do that, my wife's like, "Can we like do something now? Like you've been working out for 5 hours." I'm like, "Yeah. I'll skip the pad."
Thinking about laying on a cooling pad for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It's like, all the other 4.5 hours, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
but those 10 minutes,
10 minutes, I'm just like, nah, I'm done.
That's the brain of an athlete in a nutshell, folks.
Is it crazy?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
31.
So 31 years old. Like, when you're home for the summer and stuff? Like, what's an average day look like during the week for you?
Let's see. Well, I'll start my training stuff will start next week after. So we have tight and you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll probably train Monday morning and I'll go like Thursday, Friday. But usually I think we have like breakfast at 8:30 to 9, and then our workout's like 9:15. We start with a lift, unless like CJ Beathard wants to throw before the lift, and then we just bump it a little bit. But it's like an 1.5 hour lift, whether it's upper or lower, with my guy Josh Cuthbert, and we have like 10 to 20 guys in the summer. I love the summer because like we get Titans guys and stuff like that. Like I'll have like 18 to 25 guys in my gym. It's a hoot. You guys would love it if you ever showed up for it. I've only invited you for 5 years. Yeah, no.
That drive.
Friends of the pod. Sick.
Friends of the pod. We need to be friends of the barn.
Yeah, you need to be friends of the barn. The far left pick is actually what it used to look like. And then, so that's where we used to train, was in like the horse barn. And then I built a whole new facility next to that to the left. Sponsored by Techno Gym. Shout out them. They're fantastic too, from Italy. But so I work out and then we take like 15 minutes. We go up to the field. My speed guy or agility guy, Jeremy Holt, shows up for that one. Puts us through like any type of linear workout or like a agility workout, like cone drills and stuff like that. Work a lot of releases. Do that drill that usually takes like an hour to an hour 15, and then we run routes afterwards, like 2 to 3 days a week. I try to run by the end of July. I'm running 30 routes 3 days a week minimum. We got up to like 45 last year. It was great because I just like, there's nothing worse than going into training camp and you don't feel like you're in shape.
Yeah, that's a horrible feeling. When the helmet goes on, you're like, this is difficult.
Oh,
Your neck's starting to hurt.
dude, shout out these guys. These are my Iowa boys, washed up walk-ons.
Washed up walk-ons.
Yeah, so that's Drake Kulik, who's also I hired him to be my head of security. There's David Bakhtiari.
Stud.
He's a stud. But Wash Up Walk-Ons, they have a podcast. It's like 3 dudes who are all walk-ons. So that's, Ward and Kluver. He was a long snapper on the left, safety on the right. And now they just host a podcast and talk Iowa football. It's pretty funny. They do a good job with it.
Do you ever feel like you get burnt out working 4 hours a day before the summer, and then you go right into camp, and then you have August to hopefully February?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
No, my anxiety of like performance is way too high.
Only the paranoid survive.
Yeah. I'm like, well, like, one, the NFL is not for long. 2, how I always view it, and I can't remember. I think it was like a NFL athlete came back to Iowa when I was like a sophomore in college, and he talked about how he was like, I train the way I do because every single one of you guys would dream. Your dream is to be and have my job, and he was like, he basically said, "Fuck them kids." And it's like there's 100,000 kids who would dream of being the starting tight end for the San Francisco 49ers, and it's my job to not let any of them achieve their dreams.
I mean, that's a kind of a bar. That's a fucking bar.
And so like I literally just have this itch in the back of my head. It's like if I don't hit like my quota of like what I know is the right amount to train, and then like I can't. It just all I think about the rest of the day.
How do you temper your workouts in the season?
In season,
because you're going from this like maximum effort, you're trying to get your body right. You're
talking about
running,
lifting?
You're conditioning. Yeah, now you get into the season. Let's put our minds in the middle of October.
Lifting in the season, every Monday the entire year, I front squat 315 pounds for 3 reps, no matter what.
Front squat
Every Monday throughout the entire season.
Every Monday for the last 8 years.
Yeah,
315 front squat.
Christ, dude.
That's what me and Fred Warner do that every Monday together. And then last year, in December, I got my dumbbell bench press. I was hitting 145s for 3 reps, which was nice.
It's impressive.
Season. Try to keep my strength up. Because if I don't work out, dude, I lose so much weight. And then like it's hard to play tight end at 235. Like I have to be like over 240 to block. And anytime you get underneath that, it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I got to block guys like Nick Bosa. And they just like can pick me up and move me sometimes.
Yeah, and the kid looks like an action figure too.
Yeah, he's disgusting. You know, it's so gross about Nick too. I'm pretty sure he just turned 27. I'm just like, oh my god, like he hasn't even hit it. He hasn't even hit his peak of like being a guy yet. Like that's like 28, 29, 30.
Yeah. It's guys like that who just come in the league and are already a force.
Oh,
and then you look, but he's been in the league for I don't know 6 years now.
Yeah, 19.
And you're just like this. Oh, he's been around forever. It's like no, he hasn't. He's just been dominant.
Yeah,
since the minute he stepped on the football field.
He just hasn't. He's always good.
And that damn sprinter stance just could go around you, can go through you.
That's like
and just built like a specimen.
Yeah.
There's other like I'm like
good quads.
Nick Bosa and Derrick Henry are like 2 creative players.
Yeah.
You look at him and you're just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
I mean,
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, Miles Garrett's a creative player.
His training videos are insane. Yeah, those box jumps are nuts.
No, what was he doing? I saw he was doing like single leg squats with like 315 on his back. I'm like, dude, fuck you. Like, are you kidding me? Good for you, man. But holy cow.
He is an impressive human being.
Yeah.
Impressive human being. But even playing him, I played him his rookie year.
Yeah.
And just looking at the kid, I was like, this kid's going to be a fucking monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Monster, no sex. But monster.
Dude, it's impressive that you put up 315 every Monday.
Every Monday.
Without fail.
There's
the like
the total
set
still in
rep
the system.
scheme.
So what?
Does the rep scheme change throughout?
No, it's always 3 reps. I start at 135, 185, 225, 275, 315. And that's my squat for the day. And I do some other lower body stuff, but that's a check. I have to hit that check box. Because if I can do that, I can play football. No, there's a couple there's times like if I have like a weird injury or something like that, right. I'll do like a different type of squat, but I still try to do as heavy as I possibly can. But hey, You got to do it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on back squat?
I haven't back squatted. I had in high school, I had a stress fracture in like my L4. And if I put more than like 225 on my back, I can't walk the next day. And that's been since I was like 17.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. So front squat, I've had zero issues.
Maybe I have a fracture in my L4.
You're shrinking.
Yeah, I'm getting
Maybe if you show up to the barn once in a while.
decompression.
Oh, the ghost is back. He brought a helmet.
What kind of helmet is this, Will?
It's George's helmet. It's George's
Why is this helmet here, Will?
George's game helmet from Iowa. I guess George wanted to bring it in today.
Yeah, of course. I totally brought this in myself.
Oh, yeah.
You guys steal this from my barn?
You remember when you sent it?
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Why did you send that?
I think it was because it was a reverse Father's Day gift for Will because I was his daddy.
God, that went better than I thought. That was more hurtful than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
You know what's really fun though? I have 2 Nebraska players on my team for the first time in a couple of years. Luke Gifford.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
He's the man.
Dude. Yeah.
And also,
I know.
for the first time in a couple of years is tough.
Yeah.
Well, I have my first Iowa teammate since CJ Beathard in 2020.
No shit.
Connor Colby, we drafted him in the 7th round. He's an offensive lineman. I'll just put that next to you.
Who's the other Nebraska boy?
Wide receiver. I'm so bad with rookies. Number 14. He was like your tall, lanky wide receiver last year. Starts with an N.
Oh.
Nayer? Yeah,
Nayer.
Nayer,
I want to say Namor, but that's not it.
He transferred from
14 is his number. He's a good kid. I like him. He's a freak. He is really tall. And I watched him. He was running a route and he got like 9.5 yards in 2 strides. I was like, holy
No
shit.
shit.
It was insane. We watched it like 10 times as the tight end room. We're like, how is he doing this? Dude, it's funny too.
Squad.
Like,
When did he get drafted? Did he get drafted?
No, he's undrafted.
Yeah, undrafted.
He's got a shot?
6'4", 440.
If you're that tall, like just make plays and do well on special teams,
Right.
like at the bare minimum, he should make practice squad.
Just imagine 6'4". How much weight?
218 and he runs a 4.4.
Yeah.
6, yeah. That
He's
size.
He's a freak.
Gunner.
Maybe he made some
Running
good
down
plays
on
too.
kickoff.
Yeah.
Well,
He can make
kickoff
himself
was
a nice
different,
little
but
career
It
as
was
a core
really-
4 guy.
It was really funny. He like like rookies are all shy kind of to start.
Yeah.
And it's kind of towards the end of the OTAs, he just walked to me, hey, go Big Red. And I was like, I love it.
What is just so I know, when's the last time Nebraska beat Iowa?
What, like 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
ago?
Oh, okay, so it hasn't been that long.
No,
But
it's just
if you
Iowa's
look at-
won
if you
9
look-
out of the last 10.
I was gonna say, you look at the last 10 years, they're 9-1.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's
Are you nervous at all? Are you following your boys at Iowa? Are you
mildly.
familiar with the team? Do you feel good about this year? Because there's
familiar-
rumors swirling about Nebraska on this bus right now.
Ooh, well, I mean, every year he says, "Why are we not going to win 11 games?" Like
Yeah.
this one's a maybe, and he's like circling Oklahoma, like something. He goes, "This is a maybe," but everything else, this is easy. I'm like, I love the confidence.
Every year.
This year's different.
Every
This
year
year
Will
is
puts
different.
It is.
And I know I say that every year, but this year,
No, because
It is.
you still
It is.
have the same coach.
yeah. Just third
But
year.
hey, there's rumors about
Just
that
third
too.
year.
Oh,
He's
no.
not focused on ball.
That's
Why
not
not?
a
He's
rumor.
taking.
That's just your opinion.
Oh, and no, but that
There was a question on our pre-production sheet last week's podcast.
What was it?
Is Matt Rhule taking this year seriously?
oh
'Cause
Right.
he's-
That's on our. That's an internal.
yeah, but I'm not having that opinion. I'm seeing that. I'm like, wow, we should really look into this.
That's funny. Well, I just think, how many years does Kirk Ferentz have left in him? I would say he signed his deal through 2027. I mean, it's Kirk Ferentz's job until he doesn't want it anymore. That's going to happen. He's going to be he's the king of Iowa. Let's see. But I was just saying, Matt Rhule, like, it takes a couple years to like get your program installed.
Yeah.
So like Nebraska's going to continue to get better and better. Football's also better when Nebraska is good. It is.
Very big of you to say.
I feel like football's been pretty good for the last 2 decades.
Could be better.
Yeah, but
Speaking of
wait
college football,
until it gets better.
dude, wait till it gets better. But like I'm not going to name any of their names, but like, so we like, you have rookies, and we had a great rookie class. Like every offensive install that we do during OTAs, a rookie has to get up and tell a joke, and everybody did it except for one of our running backs. So I don't know if that's Christian's fault or Juice's fault for not making him do it, because their other rookie did it and he did a good joke. Oh, also this Isaiah kid had a fantastic joke. It was phenomenal. Not appropriate to share on the bus, but very funny.
Okay.
Most
I
of
was-
them, all the good ones are.
I was so impressed with it too, because it was like a story and I had no idea what was happening. And the punchline at the end, the entire room was crying. I was really impressed. But we make them do name, school, signing bonus, and this year we added NIL too. And one of the kids was like, "Yeah, he was undrafted. He goes, I made $30,000 signing bonus." We're like, "Woo, yeah, good for you, man." And then he's like, I made $700,000 in NIL. I was like,
God, man.
why'd you declare for the draft?
That is, yeah.
Play another year, man. Are you kidding me?
It is, the NIL thing is crazy. 'Cause,
It
like,
makes
What's
no-
the highest number you heard in the rookie class?
Let's see. Someone was over $1 million. I just can't imagine making that much. I mean, now
Right?
granted, I wouldn't have made that money. You might have. You probably would have.
No, offensive line. In the years that I was at Michigan, we were terrible. Denard Robinson, he would.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That would have been sick.
Denard.
Shoelace.
We're all making healthy 6 figures.
I mean, at Iowa, I'd probably get like 25. But like, can you just imagine getting like a $25,000 check as a college
You
student?
get
I would
way
die.
more than 25.
I
But
would die.
even on
There's
that,
no way.
yes, you're right, bro.
Like, just like you could get a sick apartment. Like,
Yeah.
just that. Like, you could just.
Bro, I remember getting like 1,500 or
What was
2,000
Caitlin
Pale
Clark getting in
Grant.
NIL?
Oh yeah.
She had to get
All of
max.
it?
She is.
She got all of it.
She's uplifting an entire sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, first game back just dropped 32 on their heads.
Is it her first game back? Was the 9 points in whatever?
Yeah. 45 seconds.
She did. You know,
She did.
You know what's crazy? You don't. Every time you talk about Kayla, you don't have to talk about Angel Reese. Maybe that's what's wrong.
That's the rule.
No,
That is the rule.
Not at all.
That's what makes rivalries great. That's what makes rivalries great. You need this. Angel Reese needs Caitlin Clark.
I'll let you say that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't want to get into some murky waters that I'm not aware of.
Don't. Yeah, it's murky waters.
Then I'll complain. I'll put this bad boy in reverse. I'll put this motherfucker in
You
reverse.
just
quick.
said Angel Reese needs Caitlin Clark, and you're like, listen, I don't want to get into murky waters that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. I just saw everyone's face on the bus. I was like, oh, there's something I don't know about that I'm saying.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, listen.
Hey, go Hawks.
Yeah. I like college football, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens in Nebraska this year. Because, the Bussin Bowl's back this year, September 20th.
Is it really?
Yeah.
September 20th.
Lines will be drawn in the sand.
That is. Where is it at?
Nebraska.
Oh, I will say. I think I say it every time. I think Nebraska is still one of my favorite
fuck
stadiums.
was
I'm
that?
excited. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Nebraska is. It's one of my Memorial Stadiums, like my favorite stadium playing.
It is a great spot.
It is so fun.
It is loud. It's obnoxious.
Well, it's just like there's not a lot of. It's like an NFL stadium in college. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
like it's tall. It's just like most college stadiums.
Good stadium.
It's a great stadium.
Good stadium.
Good stadium. We went to
Do they still-
Nebraska, Colorado,
Oh.
and they did a drone show.
Oh,
Bro, that environment was
whoever was
crazy.
rocking
That's sick.
the board was doing an incredible
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
so between Nebraska, they turn off their lights sometimes right at night.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, that. So it was like 4 years ago. I sent a highlight of that to like our president, Al Guido. Awesome dude. And I was like, dude, we have to be able to do this stuff for the Niners. Because like we have like the old school, like we haven't renovated our stadium since it was built in I think 15. And so they're completely renovating our whole stadium. We got all new lights, all new scoreboards, all new light up stuff. So like when it's a night game now, we can turn the lights off and have the red and stuff.
No shit.
I'm so excited.
That's going to be juicy.
Oh, it's so sick.
Adding those
dude.
things to the NFL is so big.
Because the
time.
first time I experienced it was in New Orleans in 2019 because it's a dome.
Mhm.
And like for New Orleans intros, like they turn the lights off and it's just like flashing lights or a spotlight on Cam Jordan running out. I was like, this is the cool. It was a 12 o'clock game and I felt like I was playing 8 p.m. kickoff.
Yeah.
It was electric.
The first time I experienced that was 2019 division game against the Ravens. And that was like
Oh,
Lamar
so-
Jackson's MVP game. It was a night game.
So sick.
And they turned all the lights off and the lights flash. It was just awesome.
So
A
cool.
light show goes a long way.
It like that stuff is, it's just so cool. It just adds to the atmosphere. So I'm excited now. The sun isn't really set until, because our games are what, like 5:05, 5:30.
That's right. You are. Yeah, you are.
We're out there, but like when it gets into like November, December, it sets a little earlier, so we'll be able to do that stuff, and I cannot wait. What's
the song that comes on during that moment?
I have no idea. That's a good one. One thing we started doing last year too was they were asking like, "Hey, do you want like a song to play when you score a touchdown?" And I was like, "Please play Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down." But they didn't ask us that till like week 16, and then I didn't score a touchdown the last 2 games. And I was very disappointed. I was like, all I want to do is, man, I go crazy, and will you still call me Superman? Oh, I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand?
I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman.
I ain't kryptonite. Wouldn't that be so sick?
That would be
Yeah.
electric.
You got any
Electric.
new TD celebrations
Dog,
in the
those
works?
uniforms
I have
are
no
so
idea.
awesome.
So what?
49ers uniforms are up there.
Yeah.
Top 3.
You could go left-handed and replicate Taylor's first pitch.
Done.
You could do that.
Done.
Oh,
I'm gonna like.
oh,
I'm gonna
it hurt
aim,
even more when you did the gesture.
I'm gonna aim at the upright. I'm just gonna throw it and try not. I'm gonna try to hit somebody in the stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, oh, dude, where was that? Oh, I was with.
That was a "where were you" moment.
No, I talked about your first pitch. I talked about your first pitch yesterday with Rich Eisen, I think.
Of course.
He pulled it up. And
Rich is just always around.
Yeah.
man.
No, but
he's
if you-
always in it.
You know what though? Just to have your back on it, there was a lady dressed in all yellow from head to toe.
Very distracting.
Very distracting.
Yeah.
Very distracting. Not like
It's a good point.
yeah. I mean, I
have your back on it if I could have your back.
Yeah.
I think it was either him or it was Pardon My Take talked about it. One or the other.
Yeah.
But no, click on the photo like 5 over to the right of him, bottom left. That one. See the lady in yellow?
Yeah.
That's a lot of yellow.
Yeah.
And then,
First comment on
Right.
Instagram.
but then someone was like, look, it looks like a stoplight because you're in red, she's in yellow, and there's green seats. Like you were just distracted, dude.
Distracted. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
No.
I needed that. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
It's been a tough journey for me.
Yeah.
I've had to work through a lot of things.
I see your practice pitches. They look like they're going.
He's putting in work.
We're putting in work. But when you say going,
I know Will posted a video of you overthrowing somebody.
yeah, I asked Will to take a video for the Bussin account, and he took the liberty of putting that at himself first. It was tough. And that was a bad showing by me. It was a bad showing.
You know, it could have been worse.
You know what was worse? No,
you
it
didn't
was
fall.
worse. That is true.
See?
That is true.
You
That I did not even think about.
You could have fallen. You could have tripped over the mound.
Yeah, here's the issue, George.
And then
is
Will just threw a strike.
I'm the ultimate optimist. When I do things, I believe everything's always going to go right.
Yeah.
And
when it
so I
doesn't-
did didn't worry about it at all. And then when it happened, I was like,
did you guys-
that could happen.
Did you guys warm up at all?
Dude, we asked for gloves. We wanted to throw, and we started just doing this lazy, like,
Yeah.
soft thought. See that? This is the dad combine. Look at this. Boom.
Oh, that was sick. Why didn't you do that?
You loved you. That made you feel good, huh?
That was great.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come.
Right. Thank you.
You know it's a little different being in the backyard compared to being in a big league stadium.
What,
I think
is
for
that-
me,
is that Busch
for me
still?
at this point,
Bush.
That's a sick stadium.
Yeah.
I went the year it
They call it
opened.
baseball heaven.
I went the first year it opened. I
Is
went
that
to
what they call
Cardinals
it?
Cubs, and it was amazing. Sat in the bleachers with my dad. It was a fantastic time.
here's what I'll say.
We got to work
Where
on
I'm
taking,
at,
trying to
like-
envision, trying to do the breath work,
So
trying to
when-
feel like you're in the
When
stadium.
Nashville gets their MLB team, are we all going to throw out first pitches?
Mhm.
It's a contest for the first pitch.
That'd be so sick.
You played ball growing up?
I quit baseball in like 6th grade.
When's the last time you threw baseball?
Right after this.
Yeah, right after
He's
this. We
probably thrown out a
will
first
play catch
pitch.
right after this.
No, I've never thrown a first pitch of the Giants game. They've asked me a couple times. It just hasn't worked because they always ask me like June and July. I'm just like, I'm not.
Nervous.
Well, you know what's crazy too is so like my right labrum's completely torn. So like throwing a football like more than 20 yards has always hurt since high school. And then in the Super Bowl, I got a grade 3 AC sprain and I chipped a bone in my shoulder. And now it doesn't hurt to throw anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, like those, you get hit in the head and all of a sudden you have a superpower. Now I
Yeah.
can throw the ball like 40
Two
yards.
negatives
no-
make a positive.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, huh. Oh, this is awesome. Like I can literally throw a football now, no pain. I'm like, this is sick. And so now I need to play a little catch. Because my brother-in-law, he's a pitcher in South Korea. And so he's always like trying to play catch. Dude, hey, my brother-in-law, he had an 18 strikeout game like 2 weeks ago.
No shit.
That was sick. And then he won like, NFL does like player of the month. He won like player of the month for the whole league. So that was pretty sick.
Dude.
Yeah, so I'm pumped for him. Shout out Cody Ponce. Dude, they started their season off like 1-9, and then all of a sudden they're like, I think they're second or third in the league.
No shit.
Yeah, so they're playing really well. He's playing really well. He had 10 strikeouts like 2 days ago.
You need to get in the lab with him, Taylor.
It sounds like it.
I mean, you guys have similar bodies. I mean, he's like 6'6", 6'7".
Okay. Yeah.
Is he a lefty?
No, he's a righty. He throws.
Taylor might be a righty.
We're having a blast here on the show, man. I'm having a Buda Baker. This.
He might be a righty.
I mean, yeah, man. It's
so mean.
it's my best friend.
That
It's my best friend.
Oh, your wife's not your best friend? That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right though. That she is my best friend. And it just keeps on coming. And it just keeps on coming.
Hey, you know, let's talk about something
Shout
really
out Taylor.
cool.
Her birthday's actually on Saturday. Round of applause
Ooh,
for Taylor.
hey, 29,
Oh,
right?
it just happened. It just happened. Taylor's birthday just happened on Saturday.
That's right. Taylor's birthday just happened.
And
June
Mitch's
21st.
birthday just happened.
Taylor, she's turning 29, right?
20. Yeah. Yep. She hasn't hit 30 yet. She's still going.
That's what Kyle Juszczyk. Everyone's like, you rookies will be like, hey, Juice, how old are you? Like, you've played in the league. Like, I think he's going on year 13 or 14.
My God.
And he just tells everyone, oh, I'm 29. He's
Blows
definitely
your mind.
no, he's 34, but he tells everybody that he's 29. And the rookie's like, how have you played for so long? Did you got in the league when you were like 16? He's like, yeah.
No shit.
People believe him too, but he tells everybody that he's 29. It's hilarious. So I started doing it too.
How does he feel? You ever talk to him about his body? 13 years is crazy.
He's doing great, dude. I mean, like he did all of OTAs, catching the ball, running down the sideline, having a great time. He loves it.
Good for him.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, yeah, we just have a lot of fun together. Yeah, see, perfect.
Do we think Juszczyk is a gold jacket guy?
Yeah. Dude, he has this, I think he has 10 Pro Bowls.
Oh, my
So
God.
he's
Locked.
He's locked.
He's locked.
Have to be 10 Pro Bowls. And then, I mean, if like randomly, I think he had one first team all pro fullback and then they got rid of it for like 7 years. And I think they just brought it back and he got first team all pro 2 years ago. He was second team this past season. But yeah, he has multiple first team all pros and 10 Pro Bowls or 9 Pro Bowls.
Yeah, he's in. That was a dumb question.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it. 9 Pro Bowls.
Oh, well, that changes
And
everything.
I think they're consecutive. That's 17 to 20. Yeah, look at that. 16 through 24.
God, that's fucking great.
Every year playing with the Niners, he's gone to the Pro Bowl.
I think it's funny how they put 16 and then they go 2017 and 24.
16 years on the Ravens. That's probably what that is.
That does make sense.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
So another teammate of yours, or
Yeah.
ex-teammate of yours, Deebo.
Yeah.
Did you see the recent video?
Did you
Is
not?
that
I
his?
commented on it.
Yeah, his reply went viral.
My reply went viral.
Oh, what was the reply? This is how he always looks?
No, they're like the video that's like the worst time for NFL is between at post draft until the season starts.
Yeah.
It's the worst because everyone's just looking for dumb things. It was a reply. That's what I said. So like this video, this is on air. It's group install. Like you installed this play an hour ago in your meeting and now you're going over it just so guys don't mess it up when you get to the live team periods. That's all this is. So he's running at like people roast him for his route. He's running at like 50%. He's actually going faster in this group install than I ever saw him go in our group installs. And I know it's like, I'm saying this is like my routes in this period. Like I am in a legit jog. Like I am hardly moving because like, it's just, or like you might do a little cut. Like you're just warming up to get to the team periods like that. This is a learning period. And so people are just roasting like, oh, he looks fat. He looks slow. It's like, just let Deebo get to the point where he puts shoulder pads on because that's what he's there for. Like I'm not a good 7-on-7 player. Like I can run routes and stuff like that, but like you play football in pads.
Right.
So like all these people critiquing OTA stuff, like it is what it is. Like who cares?
Bush League.
It's stupid. I look like if you look at our OTAs play, like because I didn't do a lot this year because I just did everything up until team periods. But like I look like a very average football player in the spring. Like besides like I run good routes, I catch the football and stuff. But like the run game, I block with my shoulder pads and my helmet. Like how are you supposed to do that in OTAs when you have shoulder pads on? Like I'm not going to change my technique. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But so like it's a different ballgame. So just let Deebo put pads on and he'll have a great season.
Were you bummed to see him go to Washington?
I'm happy for him that he went to Washington. Like guys need a fresh start sometimes, and he wanted a fresh start, and so I'm very happy for him. I'm sad that I don't have him on my team anymore because I just loved having him around the locker room and stuff like that. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy he went to Washington because Adam Peters is there, our old assistant GM, and he's the man. And then also they're pretty good at football too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Is impressive.
Seems like he's going to be a very good football player for a long time.
Yeah, he's very talented.
God, I hope. I hope they
Oh
just
my-
keep it going too this year.
Yeah.
Like I hope they're like
I mean, but think about it,
nasty.
with the
Just
zone
grow
read
on
stuff
last
that
year.
Jaden Daniels does, and all like the stuff that we did with Deebo in the backfield, like, and you have Scary Terry on the outside,
Yeah.
and then like people just continue to forget about Zach Ertz had a very good year last year,
Mhm.
and I mean you throw him in the middle, like they have a very talented offense, and that Jaden Daniels just makes everybody better too. He's insane.
Yeah,
And
his ability to
Washington
extend
got
plays is
they got
crazy.
Tunsil as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they got him in a trade for like I think a 4th and a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
But
So-
Tunsil's nasty too. His feet are crazy.
Look, odds in the NFL. I can't bet on those.
No, you cannot.
I don't want to bet on those.
We can.
Oh my
can
God,
bet
I'm
on
back
those.
in Tennessee. I can bet on the Stanley Cup now.
Yeah.
Who you
that-
pulling for? Florida.
All right, so this is fun. So I love Connor McDavid. I'll never forget when Phil
Can't
Forsberg
stand him.
told me, and like Phil doesn't like hype up anybody, and like he's like, oh yeah, he's a good player. But they were playing when this was like probably like 2019, 21, something like that, when he was young. And he was like, we're playing the Oilers. He's like, you got to come watch McDavid. I was like, really? He was like, just come watch. He played like it's like Tyreek Hill on skates.
He's insane.
He's insane. And so like I just remember going to the game and I sat on the glass and like just seeing him foom foom. You're like, holy cow, that dude's different. Like Phil's never talked about anyone like that. So I'm a fan of him just because he's just so much fun to watch. And so like I would love for Connor McDavid to win, but at the same time, a Canadian team hasn't won since 1993. Just keep the streak alive.
That's what I'm saying.
Keep the streak alive.
And here's the thing about Connor McDavid is great player.
Mhm.
I'll never forgive him for what he did in the Four Nations tournament.
What do you do?
First off, America beat Canada.
Yeah.
Then in the championship, it goes to overtime, and Connor McDavid scored the
I remember that,
winning
yeah.
goal for Canada.
Yeah.
And you know, Taylor's Canadian. So I started getting really mouthy for those 4 to 6 days.
You did.
With her
It was
family.
very personal.
Hey, it was fun
Well,
for you guys.
we talked
for a
about that. I
while.
remember that.
Now we're good. It's kind of over for you guys. Once America has their mindset in something, we take over.
Yep.
That type of mentality.
Yep.
And so between every period, Taylor's actually in Canada at this time. She's calling me. Her whole family's there. We're going back and forth. I'm a one-man army. And then that has to happen to me. I'll never forgive him.
Well, the fun thing,
He's dead to me.
I
I
was
love
at-
for him to come on the show,
yeah.
but he's dead to me.
I went to Four Nations this year. I was up in Montreal.
How was it?
Phenomenal. So I was up there supporting Team Sweden, Phil Forsberg.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, so I was up. Well, the first game, I can't remember who they played in the first. Was it the Netherlands? Yeah. See, look at me. It's a very flattering photo of my wife and Phil's wife. That was a tough one. We were out till, Montreal parties. We were out till like 4 a.m. And then that game was like, we're picking you up at 10 a.m. I was like, oh no. Yeah. Look at young Felix. That's my godson. He's an absolute stallion.
He's an
Little
absolute
cutie,
stallion.
man.
He's an absolute stallion. Just started walking. I got him a set of plastic golf clubs and he uses them as weapons. It's amazing. He just
Yeah.
pulls them out and then he just runs in and hits. It's so funny.
Boys are different, man.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. But so I was up there, and then that night was USA Canada. I didn't even think about it, and I was like, "Dang, I really want to go to that." And I ended up in the suite with the NHL commissioner, who could not have been nicer, and Georges St. Pierre could not have been cooler.
Oh, that's sick.
And then the third period, Trudeau was in my suite as well, and that was like I'm sitting there, and like I'm off to the side, like trying to take as little space as I possibly can because it's me, Claire, and then one of Phil's buddies, and just like trying to not be in the way. Then all of a sudden, like 6 security guys walk in with the wire in their ear. I'm like, what's going on? Turn over my show. I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. I'm just gonna sit over here and just not move.
Did you meet him? Did you have any interaction?
Yeah, I talked to him. He had his like 21-year-old son. Could not have been nicer. I will say the wildest thing that happened was because like the suites, they're kind of like the Nashville Stadium, where it's like the stands are right in front of it, right? So like you can interact with the crowd, except there's less of a wall. I'm talking like they could reach up and touch me super, like they could just reach back and climb into the suite. That's how low it is. And so they're like, all these Canadians are yelling at me during the game, and the third period starts, and I had like 5 people throughout the entire third period just yelling at me to punch him in the face. Yeah, except they used way
Probably
worse
felt
words.
awkward.
He had 2 security guards were sitting in front of me, in between me and the fan, and they're saying, "Punch that dude in the face, Kittle." I'm like,
Yeah, that's gotta be so uncomfortable.
I was, dude, and like he's there with his 20-year-old.
And is Trudeau, he's getting earshot. He's catching he's hearing these bullets. And
he's just getting chirped the entire time.
Just walking in and be like, hey man, I'm sorry about this, but they've been asking me.
I'm so sorry, man. It's for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so uncomfortable for that period of time. But yeah, he could have been nicer. I just feel like his son's right there. Like, just leave the dude alone, man. It's a hockey game, man. Like,
Right.
Just leave him alone.
They turned in a hurry.
Oh my god.
They turned quick on Trudeau.
I took one photo with him, and it was Trudeau, one of the guys working the suite, and me. I was like, what a weird photo.
Weird photo.
One of one photo. Like, what is this? Why do you want a photo with both of us at the same time?
Have you I'm gonna mess this up, but there's like a conspiracy theory about Trudeau and who his father really is. Fidel Castro.
Sick.
And this is all allegedly. But apparently his mom went down to where's Fidel? Cuba?
Yeah.
Was in Cuba around the same time, 10 months later, however you incubate a baby, he was born. And they have very similar qualities. And so there was a conspiracy theory on the fact that Trudeau and Castro are related.
I love a good conspiracy theory.
Diving into that a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, man.
Can I come back on in like 2 weeks? We just do a conspiracy theory podcast.
That would be outstanding.
Because let's just talk about
Take some
pyramids in
vitamins.
Antarctica.
We should get Jared Allen on for that.
Oh, that'd be so
Yeah,
good.
because Jared is all about the conspiracy.
I
theories.
love Antarctica theories too. That stuff is so good.
Yeah, the pyramid,
Dude. The ice wall.
the edge of the earth.
Dude. I mean, how about the stuff they just found underneath the pyramids? The coils and stuff?
Yeah, pull that up.
No,
I think I saw
the-
a
Tell us
clip
about
on
it.
that.
The craziest thing is, so like some company developed this scan thing where they can like look underground and they can see outlines of what is like the foundation. And those things are like, how tall are they? Yeah, 4,000 feet into the ground. Think about how far those go down. And there's coils that go around and they don't know if it's like some type of like circuit, like a current thing, like a metal pipe, or if it's a walkway. They don't know what it is because they can't tell by like the feed. But they're saying that's underneath the pyramid. It was crazy because that came out and it was like this scientific article, and then like all these like people debunked it, and then like a couple like weeks later, those people that debunked it, all those things were false. And so like this is apparently an actual thing. God. Yeah, that's the image.
Yeah, that is nuts.
Like that's underneath the pyramid. Like what is that?
So the Egyptians probably didn't make that, huh?
Dude.
We gotta probably assume at this point.
You can't tell me.
We
I don't
gotta
care.
assume extraterrestrials
You
came
can't
in.
tell me that like 5 million people built the pyramids. How, and like if you look at like they have like what?
Because didn't Rogan have somebody on recently too? And he was talking about the pyramids and everything.
A little bit,
else.
yes.
I love this conversation because we have none of us know what we're talking about.
No, very
right.
well.
But
So
it
like,
is,
I like watching.
this is the fun.
I
This
like
is the
watching
fun of it.
conspiracy theory stuff on TikTok all the time. God. But like the pyramid one, like they took some of the bricks or whatever you call them, the blocks they use to build the pyramids that are like 10,000 tons or however much they are.
Right.
They came from a quarry like 250 miles away. How do you get a 10,000 ton block 250 miles and then move it
Water.
upstream on a river?
Just like the Panama Canal.
The Panama,
Box in one area, flood it, it floats, slowly let it out,
but none of that.
and then it goes to the next area.
But like none of that is, you can't see, like none of that's there anymore.
Aliens,
true.
man.
It's got to be aliens.
It's got to be aliens. It's got to be
Some tech that we don't have our hands on right now.
some type of gravity thing. They just lifted it up and moved it.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
We do have that technology. Yep.
But
No,
the majority of people don't know about it. Some Iron Man type shit.
that'd be insane. You know, there's a golf course next to the pyramids.
I did see a photo of that. I didn't know if it was real or not.
Is it? If it's real, sign me up. I'll go play 36 holes there and not think twice about it.
I would love to just see those damn
You think they make
pyramids.
transfusions in Egypt?
Yeah, seeing the pyramids would be sick.
Yeah, that
'Cause that
would
shit-
be a very cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the. Is
Can
that
you
real?
imagine playing there? That would be so sick.
It's a Jack Nicklaus course, apparently, is what it's saying online.
What the?
Yeah.
That, see, like,
What's the altitude like there?
it can't be that high, right?
I don't know.
Dude, there's nothing that boosts your ego like playing golf at altitude and you hit the ball an extra 30 to 50 yards.
You're at sea level.
Yeah,
You're
that's sea
right.
level. But I played like anytime I go to Nashville, like not Nashville, Vegas. Isn't that like a couple thousand feet elevation?
I don't know if Vegas is.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I
that's
think
exactly a couple thousand feet of it.
that's pretty good by me. But so like, ball goes a little bit further. I played up in Idaho on my bye week last year with Brock Purdy, and literally any drive that I connected on, and for some reason I played really well that day. Yeah, I was hitting like 320 perfect. I was like, I'm the best golfer alive. It was fantastic.
Big golf guy.
I love golf. I'm golfing the Lake Tahoe Celebrity Tournament this year.
Nice.
I'm very excited. My anxiety is through the roof.
Why?
Big time tournament.
Yeah. You know, have you seen the videos of like the cart girl goes, hey, let me see what you got. And it's got the stadium noise from NCAA football and the screen's shaking. That's me. Yeah. See, that's us golfing up there. It was like 30 degrees and snowing. I beat him by two strokes.
Gotta be a great feeling.
Yeah. I love beating Brock at golf.
Do you know your partner yet?
I think they like the first round I get paired with Juice because they pair with somebody. And then after that, they pair you with someone with a similar score as you. So I have no idea who will be after that, but I am pumped. I'm bringing a caddy from the golf club. This one.
Yeah.
Max Stadium Bulls. Like that is, I don't golf in front of people very often. And I will say my worst golf shot of the day is always the first tee box. It always is. Yeah. But like, this is my thing. When you go to a celebrity golf tournament and people like stand around, what are you doing? No one out here is a professional besides like Steph Curry. Like,
right.
He's a good golfer, but like, don't stand anywhere where I can hit you, please.
Yeah.
Please
Buddy.
stand behind.
When is that tournament?
July 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, I think.
Man. Every time I see it happen to him, like we've got to be out.
You guys should
there.
figure out how to go out there. Because pardon my take, they go out every year and they just line up.
know,
They do like
yeah.
15 interviews out there.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's sick because you have so many people out there.
There's a lot of heavy hitters out there.
Edgewood?
And yeah, just looking at it, it's like teasing.
Yeah.
What we've realized is we do our vacations in July. That's when we like go, hey, we're taking some time.
As you should.
We've realized that is not the time to do that.
No.
Yeah, it's
You
June.
should
It's
do that-
June or it's August.
Yeah.
July
March.
is just
Go somewhere nice in March. You know what you should do? You should go to Cabo in February and watch the whales jump out of the water.
Cabo is
We talking orcas?
one of one.
No, not orcas.
No,
It's,
we ain't talking orcas.
No, I think it's humpback. I think it's
Count me
humpback
out.
No, dude, it's
We talking orcas?
no,
No,
we're not.
Will.
No, do they? No, not orcas.
That's literally Will's dream right there.
No, but like
really
If he could be that young boy.
February is like their mating season, or like where they travel through Cabo and they literally you'll be out on a boat, like you can just sit at your hotel, look at the ocean, and you'll see 15 whales jumping out of the water. It's insane.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah,
It is.
I got some.
That's where our podcast should be.
Just a whale watcher podcast.
No, we should be in Cabo.
Yeah, dude.
We should just post up there.
The golf courses in Cabo are just exquisite. Like there's some course I play at where like the fairways are just as low as the green.
Mhm.
You can putt from like 150 yards out. It's exhilarating. So much fun.
I love hearing your passion about golf.
Get them into golf.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Why not? It's so much
just,
fun.
dude,
I would be down. It's just like it's finding the time, and it's
Getting you out of the house.
no. I mean, I get out of the house.
I mean,
That
you can
was
play
a
one
terrible-
round a week.
Right. The problem is
You stink.
my back.
That's fine. Just swing hard. Just don't swing hard.
I don't think you're understanding.
How bad's your back?
It's bad.
It's bad. It's
Like-
not good.
Like what? Do you feel comfortable sharing on the bus?
I've shared it plenty of times.
I know I've heard it. What's up?
Yeah. It's just it's in hell. Like my L4, L5, like all the discs between that and my SI joint, they're starting to shorten.
Sure.
So structurally, I'm a little off. So I need to
Wallow
be
does I'm gonna pee.
full accountability. I need to be disciplined with all of my daily exercises on staying on top of my back. Because until I do, I will continue to do something where I am trying to be explosive, and then I will be in hell for like the next week.
I got two things for you. My SimSo clinic just opened up in a back and spine one where they've like life-changing things. I was talking to my guy down there because literally
Do you know what it's called?
it's called the Stem Cell Institute. But the cool thing is, so they're in Panama, right? Which is, it's not the easiest place to get to from Nashville, but their clinic they just opened up, I'm pretty sure is in the Bahamas. So very easy to get to from here.
Okay.
That's their back and spine one. And I have one of my, like a friend I have in California, he has a son who's in the Navy who has like some back problems, and he's going to send him down there to go see this back specialist. And then I have a couple hockey buddies who have like really bad back stuff, and I'm connecting them right now to go down there. You should take a peek at that because it's insane. And then, have I ever talked to you about Egoscue?
Mm-mm.
It's like, body posture workouts, basically. Like it aligns your body. So like you're structurally sound, like,
Yeah.
hey, your femur's rotated,
Right.
and that's why your left back is hurt. And they give you workouts to re-rotate your femur without a chiropractor. It's like chiropractic work without a chiropractor. Like it adjusts your whole body. And yeah, that's Egoscue. I do that almost daily. I love it. But they have a thing. So that thing, that thing, the tower, it pulls your leg out and it loosens, it like stretches your whole body out and it like realigns your spine and your hips. I do that. I do that 3 days a week.
Okay.
That one. I have like 4 of them at my house if you want to borrow one.
I would love to.
It only takes 30 to 60 minutes depending on how long you want to do it. I love it. I highly suggest that one. That one is really good.
Yeah.
If you would have told me about your back problem, I literally would have brought it with me this morning.
Yeah. It's, I don't want to put all my
maybe you
baggage
need
on top
like
of
a
you.
chair that's better for your back.
That would be helpful.
How do you guys not have like a chair sponsor yet? Like, can you imagine like Lazy Boy sponsored the bus?
Yeah, that'd be nice. They would
Just
definitely
Lazy
not
Boys.
Make
would
custom
I think
ones.
are these the ones we bought last year?
These are the Amazon ones.
And then the nice ones.
Yeah, the nice ones are for the locker.
Yeah, for the locker room. Also, don't have great lower back support.
That's tough.
You guys
That
get-
one feels much better though.
Speaking of bad,
other ones.
bad back support, when you guys were playing, how bad were your guys' meeting room chairs? Like when you sat and watched film?
I never noticed it.
Oh, dude. I bought gaming chairs for my whole room because I just couldn't do it.
Nice.
Oh,
That's a hell of a gift.
That is a great gift.
That's a great.
So we have like the nice XL
Yeah.
gaming chairs with nice lumbar support. I couldn't do it. Like I spent like 4 years in it. And I was like, I'm just in pain before training camp practices. I can't do it. So yeah.
Is that truck you
Especially
drove in?
when-
Was that a gift from Purdy?
Say again?
The truck you drove in today?
No, he didn't get me a car.
He didn't, but I
No.
know he got that same type of vehicle for his offensive line.
Yo, no,
correct?
he got all the offensive line, Sequoia. He got 5 Sequoias and 5 Tundras for the boys. They all got, I think the best part about that too is like everyone's arguing online like, oh my God, he spent his whole contract on these. No, they got free leases. I think everyone gets a 2 to 3 year lease for a Toyota car.
Yeah, it's a dub.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a
I was
massive
like, hey, Brock, get one for your tight end that blocks.
Right.
And he was like, well, how about you just ask Trent Williams for his? And I was like, how about you ask Trent Williams for it because it's your gift? And I was like, how many times do you think Trent Williams is going to drive that car? You know, he
got
should just
paid.
buy me a Toyota.
What do you get? 250 something?
He got 53 a year for 5, I think.
Get a round of
That's
applause for Brock.
amazing,
Just
man.
a quick round of applause.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And he bought a house in Nashville, so he's a neighbor.
Is he out by you?
He's like between me and Franklin.
Okay.
Dude, he has a river on his property and like 2 fully stocked ponds.
God.
He also, the house that he got too, not to like air out all your stuff, Brock, but I'm going to. They got it from like a former, I don't know if it was like a rock star or a country music artist, but he built like a 25,000 square foot barn to store his tour buses in.
25,000?
Yes, it's huge. It's got bedrooms in it. It's got a full basketball court in it. It's insane. So like I think they're gonna renovate his house and then he's just gonna live in the barn.
Good for him, man.
I'm
was
hitting
like-
your combo, by the way, right now.
Dude, you're gonna like that.
2 nicotines. 2, what are these called?
Yeah.
NZEs.
NZE.
The lemon cherry?
Yeah, they're good for your brain.
They're fire.
I'll take one.
There you go.
The NZE is, for those of you that
Yeah,
are
give me
listening, you hear the can popping. NZE is a nicotine alternative.
There's
that
no nicotine in
George
it.
Brought for us to try, and they are delicious, actually.
It's just a consumer.
No
of it.
free
He has
shout out.
Zero.
What are the? Can you read the
zero
ingredients on the
Sherman
front?
is asking for one on the opposite side of the bus right
Yeah.
now.
Read the ingredients on the front, underneath where it says focus.
Alpha, GPC,
Sounds good.
L-tyrosine,
Sounds good.
L-theanine,
Sounds
Oh.
good.
15 count.
There's 15 of them. That's an ingredient.
That's an ingredient. They do taste really good, though.
Who wants one? Oh yeah, I'll try one. They're delicious.
What
They
were
are
the obviously you guys had a bunch of injuries last year.
Yeah, sure.
But what were the vibes of the squad throughout the year? Like, I'm sure you guys stayed optimistic. You guys were business is done. Let's get back to work. Let's remain positive. You guys got a lot of great leadership.
There's a
But I know
consent-
going into last year, like we would talk about it too. It's kind of like you got a lot of your core guys that are back,
Yep.
right? And you guys are an older team in the sense of you guys have all played with each other a very long time.
For sure.
So it felt like last year was a year. It's like if they're going to do it this
Yeah.
year, that year is going to be the year because guys, contracts in the way
For
Deebo's
sure.
gone.
And we had to pay Purdy.
Right, you had to pay Purdy. Like you knew that was coming. So to
Yeah.
have the year that you guys had, what were the vibes like throughout the entire season?
Disappointing. I would say like we kept everyone was still in like good spirits as much as you can because like all of our aspirations are to win a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you come off losing one. It's like, all I want to do is we want to get back there, we want to win it. And they're just when you lose your offensive MVP, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, that sucked.
Like when he came back for those 3 games though, I could not have been more excited. I was like, thank goodness. I'm so pumped for this. So like he didn't play. And dude, he found his rhythm that game.
I know, man.
He had like 50 yards on 4 carries, and then he gets hurt, which that's
that long one he had too. Like I had like a anytime TD going on.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry for you.
I was like, God,
that
dude,
affected your whole year. But like, so it's tough. It's like when he got hurt, so we lose him, and then like Bosa dealt with injuries. I missed 2 games. Ayuk got hurt. Deebo was kind of hurt on and off. Purdy missed 2 games.
Yeah.
It was just like, and then Hargrave, our starting D tackle, tears his tricep in week 3. So then we lose him. Then another D tackle got hurt. So just like, it was one of those years where like you have so many new guys in the building, like week 4.
Yeah, nothing's going right.
No.
Yeah.
And it's just
and
like,
even defensively, like all the cats, like the roster on paper looked really good.
Dre Greenlaw didn't
And
play at all.
Yeah.
Hafunga came back and then like hurt his wrist. He missed like 4 weeks
Right.
immediately. It was just like, everybody it was like just weird little injuries all the time.
And was Greenlaw the one that walked off the field? Like he was supposed to go back in the game and then did not.
Campbell.
That was Devondre
Campbell.
Devondre Campbell was playing for Greenlaw because he tore his Achilles in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And Greenlaw was coming back and he got mad and walked off.
Yes, that's what happened.
Quit during the game.
How are we handling that in the locker room? Because the consensus on the bus is the 49ers probably have the best locker room as far as vibes, leadership, the whole thing.
Our culture is awesome.
You have a great culture. So I assume that was handled.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure security escorted him off the property and said, "Don't come back."
Yeah, because he got
That's how you
he
handle
got
it,
cut
culture.
like the next day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Is there any parting words
No.
that you're saying or anybody
So
saying?
like I had no idea until I saw him walking off the field. And apparently like, there's like a whole bunch of stuff. Like John Lynch came out of the suite and was like yelling at him.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you guys surprised that went down? Because you're kind of like being in the locker room.
To that extent, yes. Like for that to happen, yes, I was surprised. Hey, there's Mike Anderson, our head of security. He's the man. Love Mike. He's our head of security for Tight End U every single year. He's the man. Yeah, that was a wild experience. But like Kyle and John handled it, and no one saw him again. It's pretty wild. I just don't know if
Not a good move.
No.
Not a good career move. If you're upset about a situation, you wait till the game's over, you go talk to the GM. I'm not happy. Trade me or cut me.
Yeah.
But to do that, you're just showing 31 other teams.
Yeah, I think that
You're about you.
Yeah, you're probably not getting another shot.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else is going to sign him.
Well, the way he would post and stuff afterwards too, it almost seemed like I don't know if it's true actually in his mind, but he kind of postures like that too. Like he doesn't need it. It's all individual. It's all business.
I don't know, from the conversation.
ego.
I used to like sauna with him all the time, and I had plenty of good conversation with him throughout the.
He was a good player. He was a good middle linebacker.
He was first team All Pro.
Yes.
He
was a dog at Green Bay.
He was a dog at Green Bay. He was good in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So,
Because he was a cat that got drafted out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
He was a beast, dude.
Mm.
So,
but that was a wild unraveling.
that was just for the year that we were having, and then that happens 2 years. Like,
yeah.
And then like in that game too, Dre Greenlaw got hurt again, and like he was going to miss the rest of the season anyways. And so we're all just like, what is this season?
Right. And if you would just stuck around for a few plays, you would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm back in.
Yeah. It was insane.
At what moment do you guys know you guys are pretty much out of it?
When we dropped back-to-back conference games, we lost to the Rams in LA. Like I think I didn't play in that game. I had a hammy. So me and Deebo didn't play in that game, but like we played good enough to win, did make a couple plays down the stretch, lost. And then the next week we lost at home to the Cardinals. And after that one, I was like, this is going to be we're going to have to, this is going to be a gritty year for us to have to figure this one out.
Yeah, it's no longer in your hands anymore.
No, we lost to the Rams, we lost to the Cardinals, and the Chiefs came in, beat the shit out of us. And then we go to Tampa. That was Christian's first game back. Things are looking good. And then we lost the Seahawks at home. Yeah, Seahawks, Packers, Bills, not fun.
Yeah,
that was a
3-game
stretch of
nice bounce back against the Bears.
I had a great game. I had like 150 yards in the first half. It was sick. Yeah, that was a tough one. The Rams game was brutal.
Low scoring games like that too just suck. When you
there was a rain. It's so crazy. Like it rains in California in December, like on and off, but it's like twice a week, and then it just happens to downpour on that one Thursday night game or whatever it was, Sunday night game. I think it was Thursday night. That was a tough one. Go to Miami, not good. The Lions game was really fun. I got 1,000 yards in that game. I had a ton of fun. they played man coverage the whole game. I was cooking. And then the last game of the year, like, dude, last game of the season, we had 2 guys rotating in at left tackle because, no, what was it? It was in the Dolphins game. We lost our backup left tackle because Trent Williams was out. We lost Jalen Moore, who just signed with the Chiefs. And then we lost our starting left guard, Aaron Banks, in that Miami Dolphins game. So we had just new guys playing that game. And so then the last 2 games of the year,
Brock, dude.
the last 2 games of the year, we had like, I think it was 3 starting offensive linemen and 1 starting wide receiver and our 3rd and 4th string running back. That was a tough way to end the season.
When you get to December and you're just like, you're pretty much out of it, or you are out of it, it is tough to rally the troops.
It is tough to rally.
You see the older guys and you're just like, man, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And then I only played like 15 snaps in the last game of the season because I was like, look, what do you want from me at this point? Like, I love football, but I also want to continue to play at a high level for a long time. And I was like, we had a plan. We were like, hey, you're going to play a half. And I'm like, all right, I'll play a half. Sounds great. And then like 3rd play of the game, our rookie running back gets rolled up on and just starts screaming like he broke his leg. And I looked at him. I looked to the side and I was like, get me off of this fucking field. Like, holy cow.
Are you bringing that conversation to them, or are they?
Oh yeah,
coming
no.
to you?
I mean, like, I think I just went and talked to Kyle about it because he has an open door policy, and we just talked about it for a little bit. And he was like, I don't want you to play the whole game. He's like, I get where we are. It is what it is. Like, just go out there, have a good week of practice with the boys, like try to keep the spirits up. And then, cause that was Josh Dobbs' first game too. So, I was excited to see what he would do. And it was a tough one. And then, the fun thing about that game, the last game of the year would have been Juwan Jennings was going for 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. Mm-hmm. And he got ejected. Like, he was like 30 yards away. And he had to play because Juwan's a blocker. Like, you can pull up any highlight. Dude,
yeah, he puts dudes.
He is an asshole. Yeah, he was 25 yards away. He got ejected in like the second quarter. And our whole game plan was just feed Juwan to break 1,000, which is like, those are really fun game plans to be a part of.
Yeah,
like everyone wanted Juwan to break 1,000.
What happened for him to get ejected? So
he blocked a dude on a run. I don't know if it was a pass or run, but he's blocking a dude and like pancakes him. And then the dude gets up and they like start fighting. So they both get 15-yard penalties. And like, he didn't throw a punch once. None. Like, he gets jumped by like 3 Cardinals players. And so there's 2 penalties offsetting. And then literally the next play, it's an outside zone. And he's blocking. And like, one of the Cardinals DBs is like yelling at him. And like, Larry just grabs him and throws him down. And so then they're doing that. And Juwan gets ejected. But he never got fined for it because the NFL reviewed the film and like, he did nothing wrong. He shouldn't have been ejected.
Yeah. Damn.
So he missed out on a 1,000-yard season just for no reason. I know.
That does suck.
When you're
it is the best part about this play was a ref was running over to break it up and popped his hammy.
No
He
shit.
was right in front of me and I'm like jogging like, cause like I'm going over and he's in front of me and he just grabs his hammy and goes down. I'm like, oh, sir, let me
Sir, are you okay?
Sir, are you okay? He goes like, no, I'm not. I'm like, oh no, dude, let me. So I didn't even get over there. I was picking up a ref and helping him off the sideline.
God damn. Yeah.
Ref going down.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything's not going your way.
Yeah, ref pulls his hammy, running back down. Then our starting right tackle gets a high ankle sprain like halfway through the second
You're
quarter.
just seeing
lot of bad
landmines
luck.
go off.
Yeah, almost like, dude.
You're like, hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah, because Bosa shut it down, Deebo shut it down. I was just like, get me off of this field, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That was literally me. I was like, oh no, man. This place is so scary right now.
When you're in the locker room and like the core leadership that you guys have, when you're losing, you're starting to get stressed from all angles. The locker room's getting stressed.
Yeah,
it's
the
like
media,
Vrabel,
all that stuff.
Vrabel talks about guys getting clicks. You got this loser mentality that starts to go on. Like,
small groups.
what are you learning about your team and the roster? Like, because you end up seeing guys more true colors. Like when they're out of it, guys are like planning months in advance what their offseason looks like, trying to get out of it. What are you learning about
whale season?
Yeah. Are you like seeing in your mind, probably for the first time in a long time, being in that spot to where you're like, we need to get guys like this. We got to clean up the locker room a little bit.
I will say that we didn't really experience that much last year. We were pretty fortunate. Like we've developed a pretty awesome culture, in my opinion. And like guys love being there. Guys love playing football. And like also when you have guys like me, Fred, Bosa, even like McCaffrey's still around every single day, like still being him, Juice, Trent Williams, like the core group, like we're all just like, hey, look, I know it's not the year that we want, but one story was, I think it was my first or second year, we had a special teams coordinator, Richard Hightower. I think he's with the Bears right now. But he was like, because we stunk my first 2 years.
Yeah.
And he was like, you guys, you're not playing like at this point, like if you're on a 1 year deal, you're not playing for the Niners at this point. You're playing for your own career. So like, why not go out there and play, like go have the 3 best special teams games of your life or the best games of your life so that someone will sign you next year. And so if you look at it like that, like guys were still playing really hard and stuff like that. It's just like you have so many new guys in the building who weren't a part of the culture in the off season, in training camp, throughout the beginning of the season. So it's just, the vibes are still like good. It's just, I mean, just losing sucks in general.
Yeah.
So like, there's just only so much you can do. But I was like, we didn't really have anybody that was, besides Devondre Campbell, that was like ready to quit on the team. Everyone else was going out there every single day, practicing hard, doing good stuff. And like too, like coaches didn't quit at all. Like Kyle's still coming up with fun game plans and stuff like that. It's hard when you're missing. I mean, we had like 4 total starters on. Yeah, Purdy didn't play in the last game. Like we had like 4 total starters start in the last game.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah. Are you nervous at all going into that offseason? Like maybe the front office might just go, hey, we need to blow this thing up and start regathering things? Or do you have a pretty good with your relationship? I mean, you're talking about going to the president and changing the lighting system. You're going to the head coach's office being like, hey, listen, should I really be out there? Like those are very unusual conversations to have.
They are. But I mean, like, shoot, man, me and Shanahan were rookies together with the Niners. So like, that was his first head coaching job. It was John Lynch's first GM job. So like, I don't know, we've been on the same page for a long time. And the older I've gotten, the more I've played, like the more comfortable I feel talking to them about certain things. I don't know, man, just continually just having those open conversations I think is healthy for a team. And I've never like once ever gone into Kyle's office like that uncomfortable. Like no matter like, I mean, he at one time I was like 2021, he got on my ass because I was like, he didn't like a couple practice reps that I had when we were doing a joint practice. And then he roasted me for it in a team meeting, which is fine. And I'm okay with that. But like, it's never affected our relationship. He's a head coach. Like I want him to coach me as hard as possible.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, he's also a guy, like I go to Cabo with him almost once a year and we golf and, drink. And then during the season we grind, which is pretty fun.
That is a really cool relationship.
Yeah. Like there's us with his son, Carter. It's crazy now. Carter I think he's a freshman or sophomore in high school. And he's like, just like, he's getting yoked a little bit.
Yeah. He's getting man muscles.
Oh dude. I think he has to drink like 5 protein shakes a day and just works out. He does like 2 a days. He's like, just lives in the gym. I absolutely love it. Carter's the man. And Mandy, his wife, is one of my favorite people.
Isn't it crazy seeing guys like basically growing, like
Yeah,
watching their kids grow up?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all so young right there. The best is like, if you look at one of my favorite things, like a coach who's been there for a long time, if you look at them from their first year to their last year, like remember like the pre and post photos of like Obama when he got into office?
The stress.
Yeah.
The stress that takes over.
Yeah, like look at him there. And then if you look at this year, like it's just a totally different person. Oh my God.
He's wearing it in that photo.
That's 2019. Like that's only 3 years into his job. Oh my God. It's so funny.
Dude, that tree is crazy. That's a Redskins tree, right?
Yeah. The Redskins tree is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. A different person.
A little gray.
Dude, he's rocking a mustache right now too.
Good for him.
And he has the hair coming out the back too.
The lettuce
He's
flowing.
going to keep that going?
Oh, I think he's in. Yeah. He does a good job. I love it. I'm like, please keep the stash. No, that's Nick Sorensen.
Mustaches tend to change cultures. Mike Vrabel, when he did it in 2019, changed the culture. Arthur Smith also had one.
Oh yeah, look at that stash. He wore that. That was at McCaffrey's wedding.
That's a mob boss right there.
That's hot.
That is a guy that
when I saw him, I was like,
in and
yes.
you finish every sentence with sir.
I was like, let's fucking go, Kyle. You look awesome.
Yeah, he's got to keep that. You got to petition that with the team. Like get everybody on the team to sign off on that.
I got in trouble for this photo. Paparazzi got me holding a Corona can, not Bud Light.
Oh,
that is.
They didn't have any Bud Light, but look at my branding on it though. Look how I'm holding it. I'm so good.
You're a pro.
I'm a pro.
That is a pro move.
Completely unintentional.
Did Bud Light call?
No, my marketing guy called me. He was like, don't do that. I'm like, all right. So then I literally had a hotel guy went and he bought me like 5 24 packs of Bud Light. And I just carried Bud Light around with me the entire wedding. And we went through all of them in like 2 hours. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Me and Greg Olson did a lot of those.
Beer?
Dude, how cool is it being a Bud Light athlete?
It's one of my favorite things.
It's the greatest.
They take amazing care of you. I wish they would sell those Kittle lights. That'd be so fun. Bud Light got in trouble for that with the NFL. because they did me, Travis, and Greg. That was pretty
Yeah, I
fun.
remember that year going
That-
into your guys' little
That-
gift suite. Dude, I feel like Tight End U just gets better and better every year.
It
It
sounds that
sounds
because
like
you're in it now.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of variables. A lot of people do a lot of great work around Tight End U,
Yeah.
bringing the content creation, bringing in outside people to interact. But it seems like that there's more. You're adding more events and stuff and cool elements for people to come to Nashville
Yep.
and maybe a little bit more less on the field.
We are, and like that's one thing we talked about this year because we usually do 2 field days with 2 like film session stuff, and I would say 50 to 75% of the guys that show up every year have been there for at least 3 or 4 years. Which kudos, look at Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's actually coming to the Tuesday one. It's his wife. It's their anniversary, and he's still going to come. Shout out to him.
What a legend!
Shout out Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on
he's-
the show next week too, buddy.
Yeah, but like we just try to change it up a little bit as much as we can. So like this year on Wednesday, instead of doing a football, we're doing a golf outing, like a 4v4 scramble tournament, which that'll be really
That'll
fun.
be fun.
I'm looking forward to it. We just try to like what are guys into, trying to just have the most fun possible. But I am excited. Like I said, we have Jeremy Shockey coming. Oh, look, we have a website. Good job, Rubicon.
You got
Great.
you got the boys helping host the concert.
Yeah, no, I was really pumped about that. You guys are gonna have a great time. Have you seen the lineup? It's insane.
No,
I'm sure it's come across our desk.
I don't think I can share
sure
it because
it's
it's
on
like
time.
it's supposed to be secret
Mm.
because they think
Which day is the concert? Tuesday?
Tuesday night.
This comes out on Tuesday. This will be Tuesday when people are listening.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe you could say the lineup
Yeah, sure.
at this point.
Hopefully I don't get yelled at, but it is what it is. Let's see. What do we got? Nope, not that one. All right. So we got my boys, Waylon Stone. I played football at Iowa with Andrew Stone. They're like a duo. Whiskey in a Wine Glass. I don't know if you've ever heard that song. Tucker Bethard sang it at one point, but they wrote it. Then Tucker Bethard is performing for the first time, which I'm excited about. CJ
Great
Bethard's brother.
transition.
Yep, really excited about that. My guy Kid Quill, who's coming in, who's like rap and pop is what I would say. He's an Indiana kid too. I love him. He's got awesome music. He comes to Kittlefest every year. Just the homie of all homies. Then we got Sophia Scott, Graham Barham, who sings Oil Money. Remember that video that came out with the girl from no, that's Lainey Wilson, isn't it? Well, that's Sophia Scott. Yeah, so she sings for us. Graham Barham, I literally found his music on TikTok and I just DM'd him and he was like, dude, I'm there. Sounds great. He's also coming to Kittlefest. Shout out Graham.
Your DM game, it just blows me away.
Yeah. No, so I'm excited about him. He's got some fun music. We got Nico Moon. That'll be fun. Ernest is coming.
Love her.
We got Jordan Davis. We got Chase Rice. And then we got Kane Brown.
Lineup.
That's a good lineup.
That's a good lineup. That's a
I
good
love
lineup.
Jordan Davis. I know. I need Jordan Davis to come to Kittlefest. He said he would, but I haven't had confirmation. That'd be huge. Jelly Roll is unfortunately he's got like a show in Utah on Tuesday. He was like, "Is it Monday or Wednesday? Because I can be there." I'm like, "No, of course you have a show on a Tuesday."
Right.
Dang it.
But he'll be at Kittlefest, right?
I think he can't go to either this year, which I'm really sad about. He told me that I have it on video where he said, he's like, I have a 10-year residency at Kittlefest. And I said, sign it. He's locked in. He has to be here every year for 10 years. He missed last year, and I don't think he'll be there this year.
So he's came one time.
He's gone twice. He's gone to 2 Kittlefests.
Because I remember that first time he's like, hey, Will, you think George would let me come to Kittlefest and maybe play a couple songs? I was like, I'm pretty sure you could do whatever you want if you go.
Well, no, it was great. He the best, like he showed up, he was like, do you have any tequila? I'm like, I do, and just gave him the bottle. He was like, nice. Do you like care if I smoke at all? I'm like, no. He's like, where do you want me to go? I was like, I don't know, you're outside. I don't care.
Yeah,
do you,
yeah,
man?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I love this place. There's Uncle Laser ripping the harmonica. That was
what a unique individual.
Yeah,
Uncle Laser,
dude.
man.
one of the funniest things about that.
Remember when he
Uncle
did his
Laser hits
set?
me up like every
he
other
opened.
month.
Yeah.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like,
That was the perfect crowd
oh,
because it was the worst crowd for him.
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
jokes.
my mom was
Was just back there
just
cheesing?
beside herself.
Yes.
And like I had a bunch of my neighbors there who are like just older people, and they're just like, "What was with that uncle guy?"
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's really nice.
Blow
He
your
just-
mother's back out.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was.
He talking about.
But does he rip a harmonica or
he kills a
what?
harmonica?
Oh my
Talking about eating
gosh.
pussy like harmonica and just starts playing the harmonica. And it's like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, dude, you.
I'm in the back of there just laughing,
Oh.
looking
See all
at
the
all the
parents
older
there?
people.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh
No
my
idea what was
God.
going on.
What's happening?
Last year was sick. I didn't have Jelly Roll, but John Party showed up and he was he had his huge cowboy hat on, a cut off t-shirt with like a bald eagle on it because it was a 4th of July party, American flag swim trunks, and flip flops. And I was like, dude, you can just play like 1 or 2 songs. He was up there for like 25 minutes.
No shit.
He could not be cool. And then like literally his last song hit, and then we had fireworks go off. Dude, one thing I'm really pumped out this year for Kittle Fest is that I have really good friends with a former Green Beret. His name's Ignacio. And they are going to have a guy jump out of a helicopter holding an American flag for Kittle Fest to kick it off.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, every year.
It's not very expensive either.
Really?
Yeah, it's like $4,000.
Turns out,
Best $4,000.
Pretty
And the
cheap.
$4,000 goes to the military. So it's like, it goes to these guys. I'm
Support
like,
the troops.
Support the troops.
No doubt.
All right, that was Club Kittle.
we might have to get that for the dad combine.
Hey,
next
can you do
year.
me a favor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would be
Hey,
sick.
that's on the bus. Can you do me a favor? Rob Tunyon.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. So that was, so we had like club signs. Shout out Fabiano down in Broadway. He hooks us up every single year. That year too, we hired 6 bottle service girls from Broadway.
Really?
Yeah. Fantastic.
He said, fantastic.
Yeah.
June 28th.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, if these guys are always invited.
Kittlefest?
Yeah.
June 28th?
This year is the Kittle Country Club. So it's all Masters themed. And I have Full Swing is sponsoring it.
It's Vegas.
Yep. And
Ooh.
Full Swing is sponsoring it. Yeah, it's stuff for you guys.
I'll
But
bet
I'll
that,
have
yeah.
golf simulators up there for like a longest drive closest to the pin. I'll have prizes and stuff for guys. We're building like a men's locker room. So like an old school locker room where you go in and it's like a lounge. We'll have one for guys and we'll have one for girls. Yeah, I'm pretty excited
You
about
could
it.
save costs by just doing an all gender locker room.
Well, it's open. It's open to both.
Got you.
It's just for the vibes.
All right. Yeah.
It's just for the.
I'm just
it's-
cost effective, right?
Who is calling me? That's
On
my
that
wife.
phone call,
I'm not going to
I
answer.
got to
this one, sir.
roll.
Oh, you
Oh, yeah,
gotta
you
go.
have
I
a
got to make the flight.
Oh yeah, you just want to
It's
end the
quarter
show?
after 11.
We talked for like an hour and a half. What do you want?
We
How do you
talked
want to
like
end it?
two-
We
I
do
feel
have
like
we do
2
have
hours.
we do have a Bud Light question.
Oh yeah, do
You know
that.
how people would do anything for an ice cold Bud Light.
Oh, I would.
Anything.
What would George Kittle do anything for? No family.
Wait. Like,
Can't
give me an
say
example.
Like
Like you would.
Diego Bobby said he'd bite an ear off for a national championship.
Well, like you do anything to be on the
That new show,
Show.
Space Marine show.
Mhm.
Oh.
Warhammer.
What would I
Like,
do
what
for
is
an
a
ice cold Bud
personal
Light?
ambition that you
Bud
would do
Light
anything
is something
for?
that people would do anything for.
Yep.
What is something that you would do anything for?
Oh, like win a Super Bowl, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would cut my dick off.
That was going to be a follow up, so I'm
Yeah.
so glad you answered that.
I don't know if I would cut my dick off.
Would you to win a Super Bowl?
That's a good
Have
question.
an injury to go on IR starting in week 1.
And you're on IR the whole year and you still
Whole
win.
year, still win.
That's a great question.
That really is a brutal question.
Can that be like year 14? Then yes, if it's that late in
What
my
if
career.
it's this year?
No, I don't think I would do it. I love playing football. I love playing football too much. God, that would suck.
What about injury IR week 16?
And I come back in to play all the playoffs and win.
No, you're out all playoffs.
Wait, so
But you played a whole year to know, like you, because it's like the struggle you.
I would
have
do
week
that. I
one, be like,
would
man, they
trade
won
that.
without me.
I would trade that. Like I can still like do you still get your individual accolades.
Yeah.
And do that.
But you don't get to play in the game.
Or
I
in the
would-
When
playoffs.
George has
Gronk-
played in a couple Super Bowls.
Yeah, Gronk did that and he won.
Yeah.
Remember that? He was like, I've won 3.5 Super Bowls now.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things ever. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even think twice about that one. Let's see. I like that one. I'd go on IR in week 16 for the boys. Shoot. I had some funny ones I just don't want to really say on the pod because I'd probably get in trouble. I'll tell you that off camera.
All right.
Would you bite an ear off
To do what?
to win a Super Bowl?
Would I bite an ear off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think
No,
that's
like
pre-
no question.
yeah, I don't think that's.
Yeah. I feel like that's not too dramatic.
Yeah, it's not happening to me.
Would
Right.
you win the Super Bowl and then you have to cut off your left hand?
No.
No.
Cut off your left pinky?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Would you Win a Super Bowl, but then you have to go to a prison for a year.
Is it a good prison or like bad?
Let's call it like
Yes.
a medium.
Yes. Yeah.
Celebrity prison.
Not
Celebrity?
no, not like a white collar.
Think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it, bro.
yeah, white collar. I'm in.
Even a rough one. They got to be sports fans. Boys, I just won the Super Bowl, and the
Okay,
well-
trade-off was for me to
They'll
go to
be
prison.
cool. Grab your ankles.
Yeah, like
No, I gotta
They're
go.
like,
Hey,
hey,
you got a Super Bowl? Grab your ankles.
I'll hold the
All right.
pocket, but just
Yeah.
you know,
I
Be
have,
cool with me.
protect me.
So my rookie year,
Yeah.
my rookie year, they made all the rookies go up to San Quentin, the prison up in Oakland.
Yeah.
And we go into the like death row area, and we're in there on a tour. And also, right when we walk in, as soon as we get through the security, they're like, "Just letting you guys know, if there's a riot, there's nothing we can do for you." And we're
Well,
like,
after security.
"Yeah." After we get through and we're
Yeah.
in, they're like,
Yeah.
"If anything happens, there's nothing we can do for you because we have to do our jobs, and our job's not to protect you." I'm like, "Why? Why am I here?"
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, why am I here? Yeah, I was in that room. I was in there. There were guys in those. That was wild.
Could you imagine?
No, couldn't. But so then we go into death row, and Larry guy's like, "Ooh, the football player's here. Which one of you is a tight end? Because I'm gonna get up in that ass." And I was like,
Oh yeah.
"I play linebacker."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm okay. Oh.
So yeah, you're in prison.
Not prison? No chance.
What about prison? Just prison.
I could.
They kind of like close their eyes, hit a Rolodex, they grab one out, and they're like, "This is the one you're going to win a Super Bowl."
Yeah, probably. I think I could do that. My wife would be really mad just because I missed her call too. So just stacking those problems.
You're stacking issues.
Yeah, I know.
Honey, I sorry, Mr. Call. Also
Well,
have to go to
at least
prison
my
after
wife's
the
my
season.
at least my
Yeah.
wife's my best friend, Taylor.
God, that is tough.
That is tough.
Because they'll
Maybe
just-
not after that. You're in prison.
Nah,
You
she'd
might
be
have a
all
new
right.
best friend.
I know she'd be fine.
She'll
might
miss,
have a husband.
she'll miss so George in that Vasper. All she's got to do is put somebody else in that Vasper.
The good thing for me is my wife hates
Yeah,
most.
that was hardcore.
That's crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait,
let's
we
talk
can't,
about affairs.
we can't quote movies. We can't quote movies.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
Can't have fun anymore.
Oh my god, that's actually insane. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
let's give George a round of applause.
Hey, Bussin' With The Boys.
Hey, appreciate you coming on, man. It's always fun. We got to do it more than once a year.
I would love to do it more than once a year.
Come on in the fall.
Your face?
Oh, dude.
He pops on during the season, I feel like, each year.
Yeah, he pops on. He pops on.
What?
All right, gentlemen.
All right, see you, Will Compton.
Hey, take a photo real quick. Take a photo real quick, Will.
Quick photo.
Take a photo. Jack, take a photo.